That is. What's going on, CFA Nation? Gabe. And I am super excited. Just logging in right now. Sure, Nick will be here shortly. Oh boy, the West Indies. It's interesting that England went with Moeen Ali for their first over, and now are throwing out Chris Woakes. You would think they would throw out some of their frontline bowlers, but that's an interesting strategy. Anyway, what's good, Renil? What's good? Phil J, Laughter Express. Who's this? Ashish. Who else is up in here?
Oh, Mr. Gabe. Oh, why would you mush your team wearing that garbage right now? You are out of control. I don't care if they won a game. Listen, you know why I got the hat on. You know why I got the hat on.
Because
Owen Morgan is the most smartest captain of all time. He is the biggest genius on the planet. Why? Because he doesn't care about no UAE garbage. He puts Captain England in there because he knows he's the best player on the field.
If he was, I got that echo. I was gonna say if he was the greatest, he would have dropped himself. Just saying.
Maybe, but he's got Chris Woakes. Let me take care of the echo, guys. Let me take care of it. Let me get a little stuff going on here.
Rocking my Knicks, baby.
Is up there batting. Ooh, nice ball.
Ooh.
Let me get this right here.
What's good, people?
What is happening? I jumped on at the very end of the last match to watch your Australia win.
Did you?
I did.
Nice.
They were able to pull it off in the last over. On the third to last ball, they were able to pull it off. Oh, man.
Bro, so the first over, a lot of dot balls for the West
Indies. And a wicket. Okay. Tell me that's a wicket, baby, for Chris Woakes.
That's going to be out.
Yes! The greatest player in the world shows up wherever he's at. I don't want to hear this garbage about UAE, about India, about Mars, for crying out loud. This guy gets wickets, and you know he's my vice captain, baby. You know he is. Woo!
Jason says, Gabe, remove the Knicks jersey. You are jinxing the West Indies. Easy there, cowboy. Easy. I got to rock my Knicks stuff. Honestly, I couldn't find my West Indies hat. So I'm rocking with the Knicks because the Knicks are now 2-0. So I wanted I had to rock my West Indies gear. You know, West Indies are an interesting squad, and I was listening to, like I said, trying to get myself off the cliff, talk myself off the cliff.
How dare you not shine on Chris Woakes right now? He got the first wicket of the match on his third ball, for crying out loud. Captain England. People besmirch this guy's name constantly, and all he does is deliver. And here comes Chris Gale, and he's going to take his wicket too, because Chris Woakes is the greatest player in the game, baby. He's the best, and he shows himself. Don't forget to like and subscribe because you know Chris Woakes is amazing. Captain England.
Easy there, bro. First of all, I didn't want to steal your thunder because I knew you were going to wild out about your Chris Woakes. With that being said, I hate the fact that most of these teams, including teams in the IPL, don't give Chris Woakes his due, because then it just makes Nick sound smart, and that drives me crazy. He should be playing. He is one of the better players in England, so he should never be left off of England's side. I don't know what they're thinking. And even in the IPL, I don't understand the point of having him and not playing him. You know what? That's why that team didn't win. All right. Well, DC had him. That's why they didn't win.
One of the top wicket takers before they decided, oh wait, no. We're in India right now. We can't let him play. Idiots.
I think even Nick never thought that Woakes took a wicket. Guys, check my fantasy lineup. You know, it's funny, Nick. I didn't do my fantasy lineup the first few games because I thought that they didn't count. And I thought that we only had so many transfers because I thought they were the playing games. So people are way ahead of me. Mind you, you get new transfers for this round, so I'm way behind. But I put Woakes in there. As soon as I saw Woakes in there, I said, oh, I got to start him, knowing Nick's going to talk garbage. And, of course, he took a wicket.
Vice captain. I was thinking about wearing my Padres jersey, too, but I thought, no, we need all the luck we can get. Chris Gale is afraid of Chris Woakes right now. He's terrified of Chris Woakes. That wasn't a run-out run? Nah, there's no way.
Did they take a single there? Wow.
No, they didn't get a single. Dot ball. Look at Han Solo. Nick, I'm with you all the way today. Destroy that angry little man and the crappy wife beater.
Yeah. Easy. Not a wife beater. Nick's
yes,
side.
It's
I
garbage.
represent the Giants, the Jets, the New York Knicks.
It's garbage. Why don't you put those guns away, all right? This is a family show here. Come on, man. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. We are excited to check out our very first World Cup match ever. This is T20 World Cup. That should be a dot ball once again because Chris Woakes, all he does is give dots, baby. 1 wicket, 2 runs. That's all he gives. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us. Gabe, this is my first match on the fantasy too, so you're not behind me, that's for sure. I didn't even put anyone in this morning because I didn't think about that. I wasn't smart enough to think about that.
Ooh, still beaming from Australia's win. I told you guys, Australia has a shot, and I thought they'd make it out the bracket. I am still concerned because they should have chased it down sooner. You know what I mean? I literally, guys, I didn't get home till like 2:30. I woke up about maybe 15 minutes ago. Yeah, that's distracting. Can I get a TV timeout?
Go for it. You can always get a TV timeout.
Oh, wow. Joking.
Owen Morgan, the most genius captain that ever walked the earth, for crying out loud. He's got Moeen Ali. Look at the squad that England has. Oh, my gosh. Oh,
gosh. No way.
It's another one. England, baby. You know, Gabe, it's been a long time that I can actually root for England. They had that series against my India team. They had a whole bunch of stuff going on. Wicket, baby. I had both those guys in my fantasy, too. Simmons and Lewis. But you can't mess with England and Moeen Ali. How dare you think you can mess with Moeen Ali in the power play? Come on.
Dude, you know what's crazy to me? I was like, why is England going with Moeen Ali in the power play? And I get it, UAE, spin. But look at the first game, Nick. Zampa, 2 wickets, right? And I think, again, low scoring, like I said yesterday, we talked about in our cricket combos. And this is a problem. Being Livingstone,
saw that jersey.
Oh my gosh, bro. This is brutal. Easy there, cowboy. Easy there.
2 wickets in less than 3 overs. The big opening partnership. But Gabe, you know what? If I was on your side, I wouldn't be freaking out too much because you look at the scorecard from the match this morning. There was a lot of low scores. I think the high score was like 40. Okay, a lot of low scores, for crying out loud. At least they didn't have a strike rate of under 50 or something like that before they went down.
Oh, everybody was in the teens except for Markham, which I started. And he got out to spin as well. I think Maxwell got him. He had a 40. And Smudge on the other side. Everybody, bro, these are going to be tough pitches. And I remember saying this when we were watching the IPL. And I said, Gabe, they'll use different pitches. Really? The UAE sucks, man. They should have not moved it this year. It does. Wow. Have these been good T20 games? Have these been 2 good T20? Stop it. Have these been, even in the IPL, bro, some of these low-scoring games? Come on, man.
2 wickets and he says it sucks. You got the Hitmeyer right now. Shimron on there. Man, this guy he just dismissed an entire country based on 2 wickets. Oh, man. Gabe, you know what's crazy? Are these squads. We're so used to IPL, right? We're doing our fantasy with IPL.
Right.
I do fantasy with the World Cup. I'm like, oh my gosh,
it's an embarrassment of riches. It's an embarrassment of riches.
I mean, look at England's squad. And genius not putting a Curran Brun in there. How dare you even think about that? That wasn't going to happen.
Why would you?
Right? you got Josh Butler. You got Chris Woakes. You got Moeen Ali. You got Livingstone. You got all these guys up there. It's absolutely bonkers. Now, I will say that besides Woakes, Adil Rashid, he can handle his own. I don't think England's got any premier pace bowling, right? And I think that could be a big problem. You got to have at least some kind of premier pace bowling. they got the guys that can score the runs for crying out loud. So I would say when you're playing against England, you've got to make sure that you put up at least 150.
Yeah, England can put up some runs. England can put up some runs. However, their bowling is, and I stayed away from Lindell Simmons, by the way. I actually went with Evan Lewis, of course. He got out. But in my lineup, I wasn't sure. I thought Evan Lewis should have opened with Chris Gale. That was honestly my opinion. But whatever, they went with Lindell Lewis, with Lewis. But England, man, as you look at the England squad, right? Oh my gosh. No.
That was close.
That was close.
Are they going to review it? I don't really look interested in reviewing it.
Nick.
Not even interested.
Nick, I'll tell you right now who's going to be the key for Jordan. For England. Not Adil Rashid. Moeen Ali, really, I didn't realize, bro, they've given him 2 overs up front. I didn't figure they're going to bowl him 4 overs. That's insane to me. But again, the pitches, I think that this is learning from Owen Morgan, having learned from the KKR loss and seeing how good his spinners did, how much his pacer struggles. But I want to see Tamil Mills because a lot of people talk about Tamil Mills and he's got some express pace. So I think
come on, Fielding, get there. There's a boundary.
There we go.
Universe boss. Come on, Fielding. What's your problem right there? Get there a little
Daddy,
faster.
New Zealand, you ain't. Oh, England, New Zealand, you ain't.
Well, you better calm down your bad self.
What?
I know Tamil Mills can have some pace, but he's not one of the premier pacers in the world. That's my point, right? He's had a nice spell, especially the last year or so in different leagues, but he's not one of the premier pacers, and that's my biggest concern. Now, can he get it done? I hope so.
I'm surprised they did leave off Mark Wood, bro, but I'm telling you, it's got to be the grounds, man. It's got to be the grounds because people are looking at him right now like, oh, my gosh. So the slower ball is going to do it as well as the
oh, gosh.
The universe boss.
He's finding the boundaries.
The universe boss. Come on, baby. Let's go to work.
He's finding the boundaries. Oh, no.
Oh, Nick, say it, please. Mark Wood is injured.
He would be injured.
Mark would be injured. I do love that putt now. It's grown on me. Oh, man.
Exactly, because it's a good one.
Mark would be injured. The guy's always injured. For the love of Pete. What's up with my man Sup? I was giving Sup some love yesterday, too, when we were doing our review, because I know he's a South Africa fan. And I'm like, man, I expected Australia to win.
There you go. Dot ball. Jeez.
Whew. That ball. Yeah, this cameraman is bad. It's hard to follow it right now. Follow the ball. Heathen.
Nick Gabe, prediction time. Leading run score of the tournament, mine or Dawad Milan or Babar Azam. Oh, man. You know Gabe's going to go with the universe boss.
No.
I got to think about that one. I think Milan's the easy one because he's highly ranked in T20, right? But I never feel good about the front runners, about the favorites. So I got to think about that. The Barzam, he can score anywhere. He can score in a phone booth for crying out loud. I got to think about that. The
problem is Babar Azam going to make it all the way through. Now, according to your prediction, if he gets to the final 4, bro, I told you.
He'll get at least the 6 matches, right? If you go all the way through, it's just 2 extra matches, which is going to help you out.
Did we not see that come?
6 matches.
Did we not see that affect the orange cap winner in the IPL?
I'm not going to say it doesn't affect. I'm just saying you could still be up there. I'm just going to go for the regular season. Is it 6 matches, guys, each team gets? What is it? I don't know. Hitmeyer is on a duck right now. He's on a duck right now. No, I'm not saying Hitmeyer. I'm saying he's on a duck right now.
Oh. I like KL Rahul, bro. And I think KL Rahul is going to be unleashed because this will be the first time in a while that KL Rahul does not have to play as slowly as he does with his Punjab Kings because he's got, bro, it's not like, oh, I've got to be there till the end. You know, he can go out there and just unleash, bro. Because, again, if I fall, so what? You see the rest of the squad? I'm good, cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean... Great question. Big money, you can think about DeCock, but he went down for like 7 runs today. I have not seen him on the big stage internationally be able to go crazy yet? Man,
Han,
that's a
I do
great
like
question. I'm
Butler.
trying to think
I
of
think
squad.
Butler's in my team. I believe he's my captain. I think Butler might be one of the top leading scorers. For me, I gotta say I love K.O. Raul because I think he's got a special bat. K.O. Raul has a special bat, and we talked about this last year that we thought he should have been on the Indians international team. You guys said no, he's too young. He's only a T20 player. Well, this is T20, by the way, but the guy can rake. And I don't think if the team doesn't make it, I like Bubba Azam, but if the team doesn't make it all the way through, which I'm not expecting Pakistan to be there at the end, you know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting Pakistan to be there at the end. I'm expecting India and West Indies. And
there's a boundary for Hitmeyer on the
that's
board.
another boundary. Let's go to work.
You got to celebrate every boundary?
I'll take every boundary, cousin.
Is that how nervous you are?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of every single squad and the potential. You see your boy Finch got a duck today as the captain. Another boundary. Oh, man. Moeen Ali. Owen Morgan, you're no longer the smartest captain of all time. You put him in there again, the power play. Back-to-back boundaries. Jeez,
bro,
Louise, the West
because
Indies.
at 184 in the chat, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys, because again, now they could what the West Indies do. Okay, I'm gonna put in my best guy against spin now, and I'm gonna destroy Moeen Ali. I don't understand putting him in there early. Maybe once just to surprise him.
Once.
But you want your spin in the middle overs, actually, which is what was working in the UAE. I don't know. Ozzy's playing with 9. Wow. Yo, bro, Aaron Finch sucks. I'm sorry. He's done. He's been done for a minute, bro. He's been done for a minute. At least you saw some life out of David Warner. The groin might be healing.
Not much life. Dude, Hitmeyer, he looks like he has shed some pounds.
He does.
And I'm not trying to fat shame anyone, but he looks like he's in much better shape than what we saw him last year's IPL. Good on you, bro. It's not easy. Especially as you get older, it is not easy. Come on, Moeen Ali. Get some of that CSK in you. Catch it. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Captain Morgan with the
Moeen Ali on fire. And again, there goes another wicket. And you know, guys,
Hitmeyer.
You know what? Nick, tell me now how friendlies don't matter. Tell me now how friendlies don't matter.
We're talking about practice, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about
I told you I was worried. Now, I was listening to Ozjob with I forget the dude's name from the West Indies cricket podcast. But they were on a podcast. They were talking about how there were so many dot balls that the West Indies were just obviously trying to read the pitch, because at one point they were like literally 30 for like in the 8th over or whatnot. So they weren't trying to score. There's the thing about the West Indies, guys. Unlike other teams, if one guy falls in the West Indies, you get in trouble. I mean, if one big guy falls in another team, you get in trouble, right? You lose. Let's say, I think exactly. There's still Pollard. There's still Russell. Bro, they're putting in right now. What's his name? The champion, Dave Bravo. You got guys that could score. Universe Boss is in there. So any of these guys can give you a 40 or 50. Now you look at other teams. How good do you feel about England giving you 40 or 50 if Butler falls or if Bairstow falls? Now it's really on the line.
I feel really good. Honestly, they got some batting skill. Absolutely.
Okay.
I feel really good. And you're going to make fun of me, and everyone's going to make fun of me. And I understand. I overdo it to Chris Woakes. I like to get under Gabe's skin. I like to get under everyone else's skin. I really, really am impressed with Chris Woakes 100%. I don't really think he's the best cricket player in the world, but I love what he's able to do. But that guy can bat. He really can bat. There's a lot of guys on the England squad can bat. They're not this kind of team that if your openers are down, then you're in trouble. So they got some serious, I'm telling you, they got some serious batsmen, and I really like their chances to score runs. I'm just not sure about the bowling right now. Owen Morgan's pulling the right, and I was talking trash about Moeen Ali in another over in the power play.
Right.
You don't want to lose 3 wickets in the power play. You know that. And let's look at the batsmen they have today, because I actually really do
It's
Like his
Butler,
squad.
Roy, Milan, Owen Morgan sucks. Johnny Bairstow, you know he's a flip of the coin. He's going to give you 50 or he's going to go out on
he
the
can
duck.
go off. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And then you've got Liam Livingstone, who we have not seen it in the IPL.
But he can go off.
He can, but we saw him right here in the UAE. He was terrible. Again, struggles with spin. Moeen Ali, again, hot pocket player. He's going to give you a quick score.
We've heard about Jason Roy in international play. He's been great apparently the last year and a half. So, I mean, you got guys, and Moeen Ali can hit for crying out loud. You got some guys in there. West Indies, I'm not trying to throw shade. You do have Pollard and Russell in there later on, so that's pretty good. It makes me feel good. Perron, we have not seen him in form. I have not seen him internationally, but we have not seen him in form. And I don't know how well your talent and bats. And both of us chose West Indies to win the entire thing. I was kind of going for a little jinx action right there, so hopefully that worked out. But, I mean, it's still early. It's only the 5th over for crying out loud. You got Mills in there. Let's see what kind of pace he's got to, counteract the desperation right now for the West Indies. You do have DJ Bravo, who is going to, he's going to settle some things down out. Absolutely. Chris Gale, he's a lifetime batsman. He knows what's going on. These guys are not going to panic right now. I do love Chris Gale's new hair.
Bruce Wayne, I wasn't up, man. I was asleep, so we didn't see the catch. Oof,
did not see the catch. I just saw the last 11 balls of that match.
Mills is a Mills is a beast in the death, and that's why I thought that's going to be a big arm for them. He's got a lot of pace, but and I thought that they would have used him twice in the power play and then leave him 2 times for the death, because again, to Nick's point, there's not a lot of pace on here, especially since there's no Mark Wood, who would be hurt. It just sounds disgusting coming out of my mouth. But
you said you liked it. Thanks for the suggestion, Raul, on the cred ad. We'll probably check that out this next Tuesday. Appreciate that. And there was another comment I want to get to. We appreciate the comments. They're just coming in so fast. Why is Gabe wearing England colors? Because deep down, he knows who's going to win this match.
Stop it.
I don't know about orange being England colors, though. We got a super chat here from Dr. Jihan. Oh, the doctor's in. He must be feeling good after that first 2 points he got. Bravo and Gale batting together is like 2004 again. Wow, that's going back right there.
And man,
Mills,
I'm telling you, bro,
stingy.
He looked so good in 100, and that's when I got impressed with Mills, and that's why I'm like, bro, I don't understand why England haven't been dispatching more of these guys in their matches, because we saw so much talent in the 100, and I think that Mills is one of those guys that you know what I mean. It's brutal. You get buried down there, but I think he's one of the better pacers, especially now that you have no Mark Wood, bro, and of course no Archer.
Yeah, that one definitely hurt. Could you imagine that? Oh,
Nick 2-0. The Knicks are 2-0. Oh, the universe boss.
Boundary.
It's the universe boss. Renil. Wood was born with a niggle. All right. He came out the womb. And as soon as he came out, the doctor was like, nurse, get a bandit. My man had a niggle the minute he was born. Just saying.
Wow. What's with all the hate? Oh, you would have hate for Mark Wood. What's going on with that?
Just a little bit.
Seriously. You hate the fact that I came up with actually a good pun for once.
I do.
So jealous. Here comes number 72. He's got... Oh, it's going to be another catch.
Oh, my gosh. Ate him up with that.
Wow. That was a great catch. He was backpedaling, and he did the little dive back because he had to protect...
that was actually a terrible catch.
Talking right now.
That should have been a
great catch. It was a great recovery. It was a great recovery because he fell down and he still caught it. Don't be so negative. Don't be so negative. That was a great recovery. Great recovery. We got a super chat here. Let's get to this before all these gone. 4 wickets, baby. Super chat from Biggs. Thanks, Biggs. Gabe, put down the NYK blue and get the blue soap. Absolutely. Big mistake.
Biggs. Oh, my gosh.
Big mistake.
Now I'm worried. Because I was hoping that the universe boss would carry this into the death, you know what I'm saying? And then we could just go off. Still got Russell, but now I'm worried. Again, they've got to put up at least $120 plus in order to survive, because we've seen a lot of these games have got 2 there. And right now it's 31 for 4. Oh, of course. Power play over. 31 for 1. Not freaking out, bro. I mean, I'm watching. I can't be worried.
I can tell.
I can't be worried.
He's freaking out. The guy makes a catch, right? He stumbles. He recovers. That was a horrible catch.
Nick, seriously? Seriously. Let me know in the chat. Those of you that have played cricket or any type of organized sport, did he run a good route to get to that ball? Absolutely.
Dave, it doesn't matter.
That's how you dropped that sitter. It was a bad catch. I was just saying.
My point is that you're throwing hate because you're mad right now.
No, I said it was a bad catch. I'm observing that England has made 2 fielding errors, Nick. Okay, that's part of your analysis. Just saying. Gee.
Another super chat here from Dr. Jihan. Ooh, maybe you can calm down, my friend here. Dr. Jihan says South Africa are back to their usual fine tournament form again. Wow. I knew he had some Australia love here. Australia should have won that easily after South Africa were 83 for 7, but stumbled through. I didn't realize they were 83 for 7.
Yeah.
That's rough. But that's why they didn't score too high, right? They lost so many wickets. But man, and I said it earlier, no hate against any South Africa fans, but I was not super impressed with their squad. But I don't know their squad too well. Living dangerously against Moeen Ali again.
Great
Moeen
ball.
Ali early
Great ball there. And people were saying that's a good catch. Okay, then it's a good catch. I guess so. I've watched a lot of cricket, and the fact that the way he turned to run and fell on such an easy sitter, that's how you drop those balls. But whatever. I guess, that's great fielding. With that being said,
Stephen Richards, I agree. Any catch is a good catch.
Get out of here.
There's going to be some that are better, but if you catch it, you do the job. Exactly. He was running backwards. I agree. And his feet almost got shuffled. He had to extend further to it. I agree. That was a great recovery.
Guys, and this has been my argument. And watch New Zealand field those balls. Watch Australia field those balls, which are 2 of the better fielding teams. All right. They field it like actual baseball players do, where if it's up in the air, you turn and run to the spot. You're not running backwards on your heels the whole time. That don't make any sense. Look how it was inside the restricted circle. Right? It was inside the restricted circle. So all he had to do is turn, run, and get to the spot the ball's coming, not run backwards the whole time. Come on, guys. A catch is a catch, I guess. Not when New Zealand does it. That's why New Zealand has the best the best fielding. Watch their fielders. Honestly, Nick, watch their fielder, and they field a lot like baseball players do, because they are able to run and get the spots quickly, as opposed to just being on the back of their heels.
All right, we'll move on from this, but it was still a catch. That's all I care about. Dr. G Howe with another super chat here. Gabe, do you want to apply for the England fielding coach?
I could.
He's gonna bench Malam because he didn't catch it the way he wanted to.
Bro,
there's another either dot or a single there.
I can teach a lot of these guys how to catch, including John Campbell, which is why he got on the Sinister 6. All right, but it's a technique that's taught, and I guess it's just horrible. You'd never see a baseball player do something that way. And I know people are going to say, well, it's not baseball. It's the same principle of catching. You never want to be backpedaling to get a ball. You want to go ahead and round the ball, get under it.
I would assume that in cricket, because you don't have the gloves, you'd want that ball, if you can help it, that ball in front of you at all times, because you've got to be able to use your hands. You have like in NFL, right? You have that advantage of a bigger ball where you can catch it over the shoulder. That's obviously what you want to do sometimes when you're on the run. In baseball, you have that glove to kind of go over the shoulder to kind of help you catch with that. When you have those hands, I would assume you want to have that. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Tell me about, fielding basics when you're a kid learning how to catch. I would assume they want you to be in front of that ball so you have more control. I could be wrong. Again,
the idea is that if you can get to the spot, and I mean, this is just principles of catching. If you can get to the spot before the ball's there and your head is still, that makes it an easier catch, as opposed to having to be running or backing up, because now you're bouncing as you're moving. All right. But I mean, that's it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, there's a super chat here from Sup. What's up, Sup? Sorry about the loss, my friend. At the doctor. Here we go. Too early to throw shade, Australia. Only one with 2 balls to spare. That is a 4, almost a 6.
Get it out.
Against Jordan. And it says, harder games to come. It was a decent catch, Gabe. LOL. Thanks for the super chat. Again, sorry, Sup, for your squad. It was a close match, absolutely. I don't think Australia is as dangerous as Gabe thinks, but they got 2 points on the board. You got to get those wins when you can, and South Africa is no slouch.
Listen, and I was given some love yesterday in our channel, but I said I don't understand the selection committee for South Africa, and then people came back and said, listen, the selection committee is, oh my God. Nick, go ahead and be right now. Be right now.
Oh my
Tell me
gosh.
friendlies don't matter. Tell me friendlies don't matter. Go ahead. Everybody that said, hey, international friendlies don't matter, Gabe. Oh, the international friendlies don't matter. Tell me. I'm waiting. I'm going to be silent right now. I'll wait.
Turn my volume down. Oh, man. 5th wicket, Dwayne Bravo. Oh, man. Not even the champion. Not even the champion could survive. We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. Look how mad he is. Gabe is so mad right now. 5 wickets. You don't mess with England, baby. That's all it is. It's the weak England attack. England is coming on strong with the red and the blue. That was a bad shot. That was a bad shot, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We're talking about practice, man.
That's all I get. That's all I get. You are the you are the most obnoxious person when you drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. I give you your credit when you say when I was right. Yesterday, Gabe, I'm going to talk you off a cliff. Gabe, it's a friendly. And then what drives me crazy is I'm reading the comments there. Gabe, yeah, it was just they weren't even trying. Nick's right. Nick's right? Keep telling me Nick's right, guys. This team looks horrible. This team looks horrible. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
They're playing against a really good squad. This is probably one of their toughest matchups in the tournament, right? They're playing. It's the first match, right? I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm telling you from my gut, I don't think practice matters as much. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter at all. I'm not going to say 0%, but I'm not trying to annoy you. Absolutely, that's right. And you got to calm down. You had some love in those comment sections. People were saying, yes, it absolutely matters. People should be coming into form, all that kind of stuff. I just don't think it's the only reason why they're collapsing right now. This is not a good performance, bar none. I don't think it's the only reason they're collapsing. I personally don't like the practice matches. I know it's been going on for years because you don't want to risk anyone's injury. And if you're going to play full hard, if they really do matter, if people really do take them seriously, right? And you're going to play full speed, you're risking injury, which I don't like. So you can't convince me that people are going full speed in those practice matches. And if they're not going full speed, I'm not going to buy for a second that they matter as much as you think they do. I understand you're frustrated. I would be too, 37 for 5. That's frustrating, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Guys, and people get to 215 in the chat. All love. Again, it's frustrating because there's teams that think that way. There's the Allen Iversons of the world. And Allen Iverson, for you guys that don't know, and that was a joke we were saying yesterday, was probably one of the best athletes of my generation growing up. Allen Iverson, what people don't realize, was actually a better football player than a basketball player. But some poor choices in college got the kid arrested, and he lost his football scholarships. With that being said, his biggest problem was that he would show up to practice late. He wouldn't take it seriously. He's like, I'm the best in the world. They actually changed the rule because of how good he was. But teams that don't practice well, teams that don't take it seriously, okay, you play the way you practice. And that's always been a philosophy. I let my sons who play that way know. When they lollygag at practice, I get in there behind more than the coaches do because you're going to play the way you practice. Bottom line. And I knew it was going to be ugly when I saw two losses. You get smoked by Afghanistan by 58 runs, and people are like, oh, it's just practice. All right, cool. It's just practice. It's not going to translate. So let me ask you a question. If you're not going to perform when you practice, then when are you going to perform? You're going to step in and play at the international level and just win? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
Jordan with the
terrible.
Shot. He gets a single on that last ball. His first over, he gets 1 wicket because that's what Jordan does, baby. And he gives up 5 runs. Not too bad for that over. Look at Raul saying Scotland's going to raise it. He says, don't worry, guys. Scotland's going to raise the cup anyways. Oh, man.
Wow. Scotland. Raul, if Scotland wins, bro, I'm sending you a CFA shirt. I'm sending you a CFA shirt and a hat. What do you? Scotland wins? What does he know that I don't know?
Oman, world's best team. Oh, man.
I heard a lot of that too. Where's Oman? Where's Oman? All right, they're home, man. I can't do the puns like you. Are you serious?
We'll win the cup.
Namibia will win the cup at this
Last
rate, bro.
4 overs, 19 runs, 3 wickets. Oh, where's this punishing batting attack at, Gabe? Where's this strategy of scoring big, huge strike rates and then getting out of it because we got things to do?
So again, I kind of interrupted myself earlier, but I was listening to Ozjot's podcast, and they were talking about how the West Indies were trying to figure out how to hit sixes, basically, because at one point they had something like, Nick, 28 dot balls in the game or something insane like that. They usually do have a lot of dot balls, but through 2 games, they had 3 sixes. Nick, how have they gotten out? Trying to slug and hit those sixes. These tracks at the UAE were slow, and we saw that. All right? What team won? Not the team that hit the most sixes.
I just lost your audio, game.
Did you?
Mid-sentence. Oh, now you're back.
I was going to say, in the UAE,
no.
What team won? Was it the team that hit the most sixes? No. I'm talking about the IPL. This was going to be to the detriment of slugging teams. Bowling is going to dominate, which is why I even have more faith now in my pick of Australia later on, because they've got the bowling. The question is going to be is, can Australia put together some sticks? Because Aaron Fitz sucks. All right, let's be real. And Warner still isn't Warner. Come on, don't give me Wade anymore. So Smudge, think about this, Nick.
It's Wade's fault?
No.
He helped Chase. It's Wade's fault?
Let me ask you a question. Everybody says,
the captain did.
Out of all those guys, which is quote unquote not the T20 player? I'll wait. In Australia. Oh, what happened?
It didn't break. It's got the little lock on it.
Okay.
Sometimes it comes loose.
I didn't use my mutant powers for that, guys. If that's what you're thinking, they're like Gabe just sent the mush over and tried to knock Nick off the chair.
It comes loose sometimes, but that was it always catches me by surprise.
Thank you, Steve Smith.
For 5.
But Paul answered for you. Steve Smith, Smudge. That's like their quote unquote not T20 player, and that's their leading scorer. So we need another bat there. And if they get another bat, they're gonna be okay. Because again, Wade, stop it, okay? And Finch is done. I don't know why he's honorary. He must be like royalty or something. Because they just throw him in no matter what. Oh my gosh. And again, watching these tracks play, and I want to ask this, it's going to be our 3 wickets. Nick, look at who's better, Adam Zampa or Sunil Narayan?
Why did we turn this England-West Indies match into Australia right now?
Well, I'm just asking a question. This is going back to West Indies, and I want my West Indies fans here to answer.
I don't know between those two. We've seen a lot more Narayan. I haven't seen Zampa in a long time.
Oh, gosh. Thank you. Marnish Lobishank should have been in there. Exactly. Why go with Finch? It drives me crazy. But whatever. Thank you. Narayan. So West Indies, look at the first 2 games that's been played. Look at the tournament in general. Seeing how Narayan already balled here, why wouldn't they go with Narayan? I don't get it. It just drives me crazy. Selection committees are the worst. I may hate selection committees.
I don't think Narayan's bat would have helped this collapse right here. He loves to give away that wicket. They'd probably be 41 for 6 right now if he was in there.
Bro, even if he gave away the wicket, which, by the way, didn't Narayan contribute to beating your team? I don't think
any amount of wickets is going to help with this squad.
Lose Bus
Not my team. That was just my choice. That was your team, my friend.
Okay, I'm just saying. So,
let's get back to this match. We got West Indies. We got England right here.
What match? It's over. It's over. What match? It's over. I
want to watch it. Can I watch it? Can the rest of us enjoy this match? Sorry, you're in a bad mood right now, but can the rest of us enjoy this? I want to watch some cricket, my friend. This guy's ready to give up. 90 all out. Ooh, that'd be nice. I want to see England, my mistress. I want to see them continue to dominate because you don't mess with England, baby. And Captain England, you don't mess with him either.
I'm going to go ahead and update the score to put the rest of the West Indies fans here in pain. And West Indies fans, be honest with yourselves. Was this the right selection? All right, no Holder, right? No Holder, no Sunil Narayan. They knew what was going on in the UAE because those guys played in the UAE, and yet the guys that got experience in there, they left off. The guys that looked good. Holder was one of the best players for SRH. I just don't understand. But I'll continue to watch the game and root for the West Indies like I do my Knicks. But does that mean I'm going to agree with their horrible selections? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's the same thing with South Africa. Why did South Africa lose? Because of horrible selection.
Gosh, Mills, that's 3 extras already after only 4 balls that have counted. Man, he's afraid of this guy. Maybe he's setting him up. I don't know. Perron's in there. 1 run on 8 balls. Oh, man, he's terrified of the England attack. 1 run on 8 balls, for crying out loud. Owen Morgan, I always see him with double hats. This guy's like, no, I want to wear the hat. I want to be the Sherlock Holmes. He's always got the extra hat on there. I have no idea what's going on there. Let's see. Come on. We haven't had a wicket for like 9 balls. That's too long. Too big of a dry spell here. We need to get some. Oh, did we get it right there? Oh, yes. Another wicket. Gabe's distracted, so I'm going to take over the celebration on this one. Wicket number 6, baby. 1 for the second hand. Jamal Mills. Like I said, he's a great pace bowler. You got to have him in there, and he is fantastic, adding to the sheer horror of the West Indies fans. Ooh. Are they going to get to 80? Are they going to get to 80 runs? Oh, man. I absolutely love it. 1 for 9 for Perron. Horrible batting. West Indies fans, what is going on? Rennell, what is happening here? What is happening? We've heard Gabe's opinion on what went wrong. It was about the practice matches. It was about no the Ryan and no holder. What is going on? Is it just a bad first match for them? What is going on right here?
I was just asking.
They say I won't be surprised if Gabe leaves midstream.
Oh, no, I would never do that. Guys, I've taken more losses. Listen, if you guys think I'm a bad winner, I'm even a worse loser. And this is why, okay? Really? People that don't like, I forgot who said it the other day. They don't like being criticized. Listen, you're in a coveted possession, all right? And here's the reality. There's tons of great players out there in the world. Tons of great players. So when you have a coveted position and you're playing for your national team or even a professional team, you're keeping other people from playing. So you need to be out there and you need to be letting it go, cousin. All right. And if not, you're going to get criticized. I've obliterated the Knicks. I have obliterated the Yankees. I just lost my mind because the Yankees gave Aaron Boone another 3-year contract when Aaron Boone has done worse than the prior manager. I don't care if he's gotten to the playoffs every year he's been there. So what? Is he getting us to the World Series? No, get him out of there. The last guy got us 1 game away from the World Series. The point is, I'm going to be here and say, listen, West Indies fans, this is all about the same thing we've dealt with before. The selection committee. Why do they put in the wrong players? Why do they build a team with not as much experience and a team that's not going to perform in the UAE when 2 of the best guys that you saw in the IPL that have experience on these tracks were left off? No holder, no Narayan, really? Come on, man. I was talking about South Africa and why South Africa leave other guys out, and people in the chat, which we do read the comments, guys, said, "Oh, well, it's politics with South Africa." Okay, I get that. What's the excuse with the West Indies? I'll wait.
We got a super chat here from Sup. Mentioning us up. Appreciate that. Gabe, we lost today because of bad batting. We lost too many early wickets, and some Quentin de Kock's dismissal was bad luck. Another 20 runs, and we win today. See, that's an interesting theory. If they got another 20 runs, I would assume that Australia would try to turn up the scoring a little bit, right? Because they lost some early wickets, too. They lost 4 or 5 by the start of the death or whatever. But you never know. It wasn't a high-scoring match. You're not always going to have high-scoring matches, but that's why I love the batting so much. You get yourself a high-scoring match, and it can mask some of those bowling issues or that. You can't always score the runs. Oh, man, that was nasty right there. That was close by Jordan. It's not even the death yet, and they're using Jordan for the second over, which I guess you're going to do. Use him 2 in the death. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that, love.
2:30 in the
Dr.
chat.
Jihan says guys. Politics with the West Indies, too. This is just this is a smack right here from England to the West Indies for crying out. This is like a test match for crying out loud.
This is an embarrassment. And honestly, with me, I'm like, listen, when are we going to hold the West Indies cricket board accountable? If I'm a West Indies fan and I live there, It's time for some of these jokers to go. It's time. What are those coveted positions? Is it royalty? Is it like the Queen of England? You're born into it. If you don't do a good job, get out. Period. Period. All right. And honestly, that's what's going on. This was horrible. The minute Fabian Allen went down, Nick, who's your batting spinner, the next call should have been Sunil Narayan, especially after what he did for KKR. And no, I mean, I'm so frustrated with him.
Renell, I'm trying to find your comment. You said you explained many times. My bad for missing that. All I saw was horrible batting. Let us know what's going on here for the West Indies. Gabe, you're talking about Holder and Narayan. So what two guys you taking out right away? Lindell Simmons? I'm assuming is one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you like yourself some Lindell Simmons. Who would you take out? Nicholas Perron?
Well, Nicholas Perron has not been informed, Nick. So I would probably still leave him in there for the defense, but you get to push him, way down. So what I would have done is immediately put in the minute that oh wow, now I'm losing my train of thought. Who just ended up going down, Nick? Help me out here.
Who lost their wicket?
No. The spinner that he's a tail ending batsman for the West Indies. It's not Hayden Walsh Jr. He's still there. I can't remember his name now. I'm so pissed, bro. I would have the minute that the West Indies got another injury, and I forget the dude's name. If you guys can help me out in the chat, that's who I would have gone. They went with another pace bowler, or not a pace bowler, but a spinner, Akil Hossain. Hossain's not going to score you any runs, bro. Allen, thank you, Fabian Allen. Okay, Hussain's not going to score you any runs. So now you lost runs where at least we saw Sunil Narayan in this very UAE put up 30, 40 runs and help his team. Plus, he's gotten so many good wickets. He's at least got experience. He's seen these. Akil Hossain has not bowled at all in the UAE in who knows how long. That stuff matters, bro. Again, no Carlos Brathwaite. I mean, dude, it's just like I said. It's a frustrating situation. And it is what it is, man.
Great over there. Great over. I mean, the scoring has been absolutely atrocious. 44 runs, 6 wickets lost after the first 10 overs. Now, the interesting thing will be if this is just like a pitch that just takes away the wickets for crying out loud. Could you imagine, let's say they survive and they get themselves to 90, 95 runs or something like that. Could you imagine if England loses 3 or 4 in the power play? And then you got a different type of match. We've seen matches like that where it's just everyone and their brother is losing wickets. I don't think that's going to happen. I think England is very seasoned. You got a lot of veterans on this squad. Maybe not Livingstone as far as international playing too much. A lot of veterans on this squad. And they're going to probably more than likely take their time, not take any risky shots. They're saying it's a flat pitch. Got a super chat here from Shatij. He says, Sunil Narayan declined to play for West Indies. Gabe, sorry, this time West Indies is not the team it was the last World Cup.
I agree with that. They're not the team they were the last World Cup. And let me ask you a question. If Narayan did decline to play, what does that tell you about the West Indies when one of your best guys don't want to come and play for you? All right? A lot of people crush the West Indies because they prefer to play, let's say, IPL to playing for their home domestic teams or playing for their international teams. Why is that? All right, it's because it's a blank show, and it's so frustrating, man. But
Gabe, I'm not trying to troll you, but I'm surprised the kind of love you're giving Narayan because typically I've heard you say many, many times before that you should be embarrassed if you're not wanting to play for your team, for your country or whatever. You've got to show up and play for your country. And we've had this argument many times where I said, hey, if they want to take a break, even though it's for their country, they want to rest up because they're making more money. I don't blame them. Right? So I'm surprised that you're giving a pass for not wanting to play for his country, even if there might be in this is the first match, guys. West Indies can still get to the Final Four. They won the World Cup last time. I'm kind of surprised you're giving him an easy pass.
Bro, it's in general, because what I've seen is, and this is what you got to take a totalitarian look at it, right? What was the issue with, oh my God, for the love of...
I'm behind. I don't know what you're seeing, but it must not be good. Must not be good. I'm way behind. I'm just getting stupid ads right now. Barath, send it to boringreviewnation@gmail.com. There
Anyways,
you go. Finally saw it. There we go.
wicket.
Russell.
That's what it is.
Wow. Is that a
Russell
golden
gone.
duck?
Russell gone.
Oh, wow. Rashid, you beauty.
So
wow.
Dude, I can't even, bro.
7.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so angry right now.
I could tell. I can definitely tell. I'm just saying. And you said the totalitarian look. I think that's what I usually look at it. I look at the entire picture. I
do
really,
you remember
really do.
my complaint with the, and not just my complaint, because this was a lot of West Indies complaint too. When West Indies did not take that series against England, and then the test, we're talking about test, the very next series, Nick, they did the same thing and did not make any changes when there were glaring problems there? Or do you not remember that?
No, I remember that. I thought you were still talking. Yeah, I remember that.
It's always about the selection committee and who they put in there. And at that time, they were blaming Jason Holder because he's Jason Holder's best friend, and you know, him and not Roston Chase, sorry. Him and wow, dude, I'm so angry. I cannot even think right now. That's how frustrated I am. But you see the same things over and over again, and you see this in professional sports all the time, guys. And it's normally with bad organization when the best players don't play because of politics, and that's one of the most frustrating things. To go off on a completely thank you, Shy Hope. To go off on a completely different rant. All right, in the NFL, because of politics, Colin Kaepernick, who went to a freaking Super Bowl, couldn't get a job as a backup when other teams did. Have trash guys in there that high school kids are better than. All right? It drives me crazy. And that's what tells you those teams don't care about winning. Those teams don't care about winning, man. Gosh.
I'm surprised. That was a beautiful googly. Right? It looks like it was right down the middle. Surprised Russell missed that, but that was a beautiful googly by Adil Rashid. His first ball, for crying out loud. Beautiful ball. We got 300 in the chat. Thank you guys so much for supporting us and joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as we're watching an epic collapse in the first match. Just be glad, Gabe, and the West Indies fans, this wasn't in like a Final Four situation, this kind of performance. Get this performance out here. And I'm going to pose a question right now. I would think it would be almost a certainty that these 11 guys are not in the next match. You're going to have some serious changes just in the next match. I'm curious what Pilar does. If he says, no, I feel good, these are still the best 11, and we just had a bad day, or if he's going to make some changes because now you got 4 matches left to get into that top 2 spot out of 6, and you don't want to start losing points. You can still get in there losing the first match, but I'm curious to see what changes are made after this. But again, England's a really, really tough squad, so you get this game out of it. They're not going to see England again unless they get to the finals.
And I think other people in the chat are trying to understand what I'm saying now. Thank you. Nothing's changed with the West Indies board. We saw it with Test. We're seeing it with T20. They make bad selections, and it's because of politics, and that's a frustrating thing. And my thing is, do those guys just walk around with, and some people do, by the way. Those jobs are untouchable. You know, it's like nepotism at its finest. They're born into them, and no matter what happens, they're always going to have those jobs. They could suck at life, and it doesn't matter. They're still going to have those positions. If I was in the West Indies right now, bro, I'd be rioting. I'd be like, you know what? You're done. Go do another job. All right? Go write parking tickets or something, because you're bad at your job and you're bad at life. It's ridiculous, bro. Oh, and you've seen it in tests. You see, how many more times do we need to see it? How many more times do we need to see it? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, bro.
No, Vish Rush, you're not the only one that's mentioned it. We've heard it so much. Vish Ruth, excuse me. We've heard it so much about the camera angles. No one is liking them.
It's hard to follow.
Not sure what's going on whatsoever. But I'm not going to lie. I'm loving myself right now. This cricket match. 358 in the chat. And again, I've said it before. It's been a long time that I've actually been able to root for England when they weren't playing India or this or that going on. So I'm super excited about so many guys that I get to, just fall in love with again. Like it's the first time. We got this puppy love stage going on right now. And we haven't even seen their batting yet. I was more afraid they're batting. And look what the bowling's doing against the squad that won it last time. 45 for 7 after 11 overs. They're in protective mode, and they're still losing their wickets. I agree with Han. It was Han or it was someone else that mentioned it. Pollard needs to go off. Maybe it was Dr. Jihan. Needs to go off right now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We want to get to 200 likes. We're at 136. Thank you, Barath, for that. And yes, again, Barath, email boringreviewnation@gmail.com if you were in the top 3 for the IPL competition for our fantasy. Email us from that email. It should be in the description box of every single video to get access and contact us. Give me your information there. We'll send you the gift card. And nothing but amazing catches today. Oman fan forever. Oh, man. West Indies is feeling some of that Oman right now.
They're giving me fire, bro, because I was trolling Oman yesterday. Listen, I think that, and I've got it off my chest now. I'm enjoying the rest of the game, but I got a lot of people going back and thinking, and now all you see in the chats, people talking about, oh yeah, Simmons is only playing because that's why you went with Lundell Simmons. I thought it would have been the Universe Boss opening up with Evan Lewis, 2 guys that played in the UAE and 2 guys that had the experience. Universe Boss is the opener, but no, Lundell Simmons is in there because of island politics. Same thing, it just drives you crazy. Shy Hope should have never been on the team, especially after that epic debacle with England. But they don't put out the best team to win, and that's my frustration. Put out your best team to win. It's other in America. You see it here all the time.
Gale went out there on 3rd and 3. He didn't do much better.
No, it's not about him not doing so much better. It's by putting Lundell Simmons in there, you kept out the likes of a Jason Holder, the likes of a Narayan. Now, people are saying Narayan refused to play. Okay, I'm going to look for that article to see where he says, I refuse to play. That would be my mission today. And if you already found it, please send it to us.
Anybody. We got a super chat here from Rohan. This is what being a cricket fan is. You are miserable when the team loses, and you can be on top of the world when they win. West Indies will bounce back. That's a sports fan in general right there. That's being a sports fan in general. You're so excited, especially if your team has got great chances and great odds to do well. And then when you see them collapse like this, it is so frustrating. But I mean, this is the thing. Gabe has been on this winning streak for a while now. He likes to bust out that belt every single time, right? And so he's not used to this. I've been used to this for a while recently. So I'm calm, cool, and collected. This was happening to England. I'm like, oh, well, that's what happens sometimes, right? I'd be the most happiest guy ever because, it's just a game. That's all it is, people. It's just a game. Ooh, what was that? Yeah. That was the slowest ball ever, and that guy had to wait on it.
Dude, the slower ball. And that's another thing. And I don't know how many Indian fans we have in here. And I mean, Team India fan. The slower ball has been killing people here in the UAE. It's going to be the pitch. If people tell me it's not the pitch, I'm going to lose my mind, Nick. Don't tell me it's not the pitch. The pitch has been the talk of the UAE since the IPL's second leg, right? Since they got out here. Why wouldn't Purple Patel, who took 20, what was it? How many wickets did the guy take? 31 or 32 in the IPL with that slower ball? Why wouldn't they have gone with him?
Ooh. So many close ones. The umpires say, no, that must have been bad. I'm sorry. No, Renil, Narayan is not the entire team. I couldn't find her comment. Man, they're going so quick. He's not the entire team. But what I am saying is, okay, fine. Maybe Narayan didn't play. What about also getting in? Do you think Lundell Simmons should have been in there above a Jason Holder? Again, Jason Holder is you saw what he did in the UAE. The guy can bat. He can take wickets. He's got the slower ball, which is what's actually working here in the UAE. Like, I mean, again, if you think this is the best 11 they could put out there, okay, it's possible. I don't think it is. But, I got nothing but love for you, Renil. So we'll see what happens. Slow and flat pitches. Yep. Slow and flat pitches. And that's why I said bowling was going to dominate. Go back, watch our prediction show earlier on. Go back to watch this when we talked about it in the UAE. Spinning and, oh my gosh, for the love of Pete. Adil Rashid. All these catches. Woo! Bairstow. Even he can't drop one today. I absolutely love it. There's another wicket. They haven't even gotten to 50 yet. Oh, it's 49 for 8 and Pollard. Oh, if you had a chance, if you had a prayer, now it's gone. Oh, now it's gone. Walking wicket time, baby. I absolutely love it. The man's speechless. Woo! Adil Rashid.
It's
you
just
monster.
Here's the thing, guys. I'm an American sports fan. I root for the West Indies. I'm from the Caribbean, but I've grown up here since I was 7 years old. Here's the thing. I am who I am, man. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. And if you're going to sit here and tell me as a West Indies fan that this is a good performance, all right, whatever. You're going to sit here and tell me practice doesn't matter? All right, whatever. I was saying it a few days, and people were, calm down. It's just practice. Let me ask you a question. You go to practice, even if it's having fun. Nick and I could play a video game. And if he beats me, I'm going to be pissed. Where was the pride in getting smacked twice? Where was the pride? I don't understand that mentality. Anybody think, they just throw away practice? Really? Then you're going to throw away games. And that's what they did. They just threw this game away, man. Oh, dude, it's so frustrating. This is just embarrassing, man.
There you go, Gabe. You're right. All right? You're right. Now we can move on from that point. Dr. Jihan here, super chat here. This is just terrible, brainless batting. Woo! Rashid, can you get me a hat trick, my first ever? Can you do it?
Now it's funny.
Oh, yes.
Now it's funny.
Just 2 wickets.
Now it's
I didn't
funny.
see that second wicket.
Now
I didn't
it's
see
funny.
that second wicket.
Now it's funny.
Woo!
No, it's not match fixing. You know what this is? You know what this is, guys? And I've seen this happen before. I don't know if it's Russell. I don't know if it's not Andre Russell. Excuse me. I don't know if it's Pollard, or I don't know if it's who's the captain. But they just quit on somebody. I've seen this in many sports. The team did not show up. They're basically, this is a silent protest, and I've seen this happen before. We're going out and we don't care. We're basically throwing away this game.
Padres
don't
quit
care.
on their coach.
The Padres did quit on their coach. And now you're talking about Padres fans asking, I want out, right? They just quit. The West Indies players on the field today have quit on either Pollard as the captain or on the coach. Bottom line. This is embarrassing. Wow.
Who had McCoy on their fantasy squad? He didn't help you out too much right there. Went out on a golden duck. Hat trick ball, baby. I'm not looking at the chat. I have never seen a hat trick. Could you imagine?
Yep.
Could you imagine if I can see my first one against the West Indies?
Of course.
In the World Cup?
Fantasy gods hate me. The fantasy gods hate me. The cricketing gods hate me.
Now?
You know what's funny?
Fantasy gods now?
Somebody said earlier, this is what cricket is. You know, suffering when your team loses. And guys, then I've been a cricket fan my whole life because guess what? I suffer a lot.
You got Rampal. Now, this guy is on my squad. I picked him up. Not sure why. I just did. I seen him get a few wickets at some point in cricket, so I was going for him. Let's see if he can get a wicket right now. His own wicket, baby. I'll take a hit wicket. I'll take that.
Wow.
Bearstow's like, hey, that's my trick. Oh, he kept his foot behind the crease. How dare you tease me, Adil Rashid? How dare you tease me?
Wow.
Look at his line, Gabe. Look at his line. 3 wickets, 1 run. He's a monster right now.
Adil Rashid, man.
Oh, my gosh.
This is embarrassing. It's funny
my team.
Now I'm just funny.
My team was West Indies heavy. Oh, man, that was a big mistake.
So Jihan says this is garbage batting. It is indeed, Jihan. It is indeed. And the West Indies finally off the mark for 50. They've got an entire team partnership of 50. Good job, guys. Good job.
Oh my gosh.
Good job. What? I'm gonna sit here and praise this terrible performance? No, they literally. I'm telling you, it's not Mac fixing. This is a team that has quit on their either the selection committee. This is a protest basically by players. They've either quit on the selection committee, they're quitting on the coach, or they're quitting on Pollard as the captain. I want to know who it is. And I remember what I'm talking about this when there was turmoil with Jason Holder, because people were saying the only reason that Shai Hope was on the team was because of Jason Holder. If there's better people that aren't playing because of politics, you don't think that pisses players off? You really don't? You don't think that they have their own camps and contingencies? They quit on this team. And Nick, you should be seeing this because your Padres, who were, to your point, in first place this year, literally quit on, they got knocked out of the playoffs and immediately you're talking about players asking to get traded out of there.
Hold on. I'm more of a calmer sports fan, okay? I said that as an example. Do I really think they actually quit and decided they didn't want to play? I don't. Maybe some players did. I don't know. But I know Manny Machado didn't quit. I know Tatis didn't quit. There was some unfortunate injuries. They definitely did not. They lost the chemistry. They lost the clubhouse. But I'm not going to go as far as that. I've seen 36 all out from India. I've seen 92 all out. I've seen 80 all out. I've seen bad performances. Sometimes you have bad performances. What are the chances? I know you're going to say no chance whatsoever. I don't think it's as dramatic as they're all making a statement and they're quitting right now. Like this comment says right here. I don't think West Indies have given their best. It's just some days don't work. It's a slow wicket later in the day. Do I think India quit on Virat Kohli when they went 36 all out? No, I don't. I think it was just a bad day. It was a disastrous, horrible day. And then what was it not much later after that against England, right? When they were down like 70 all out or some nonsense? Do I think they quit on Virat Kohli? No, I'm not that dramatic about it. I think it's just a really bad day, and you're entitled to your opinion. I don't think it's that dramatic.
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you saw India get smacked 3 times in a row and no changes be made? I'm just curious.
In regular matches, never.
All right, just asking the question because this is 3 matches in a row. The West Indies. I do count the practice matches because you're stepping in there against.
They don't count on the points table.
Doesn't matter. You're playing teams that you're going to have to play later on. You're playing Afghanistan. You're going to have to play Pakistan.
Nice play.
You're playing other teams. Like
nice throw.
It is what it is, man. But, let them bring in the same team next time. Super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Well, I don't think they're going to bring in the same team. Absolutely not.
Really?
We got a super chat here from Cigar. Sugar? England has no win against West Indies in ICC T20 World Cup. Wow. So this will be the first one. The maiden win. Could you imagine if there was a maiden win tomorrow in that match? Oh, that would be the end of the world for crying out loud. But this could be a maiden win for England against West Indies.
Cigar, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Panraj. West Indies should get that batting isn't just batting for 4s and 6s. And again, I talked about how in 2 practice matches, you can't try to do that. They hit 3 6s in 2 practice matches. Okay. 2, not 1 game, 2 practice matches, only 3 6s. And there goes the lack of experience, okay, that we talked about earlier. And again, when we talk about cricket, right? I get it. You're gonna play to your strengths. Hitting 4s and 6s is part of your strength. But the minute that you lost 2 wickets in the power play, me and Nick say you're never gonna lose 2 wickets in the power play. All right. At least that 3rd wicket falls, somebody's got to say, okay, I'm going to play sensibly and I'm going to rotate the strike and I'm going to hit Meyer, gone, trying to hit a bounce, trying to hit a big shot. And it's just bad discipline. Where's the coaching? Where's the captaincy? You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Absolutely. Pratik, this is a funny comment. India doesn't lose 3 in a row, just in the knockouts. Oh, man, the shade there. How dare you?
That's funny. I think we got to all the super chats, guys. Thank you for them so much. Again, this is so brutal. This is so brutal. And again, I in a way, Nick, I'm glad because I can tell you, or maybe there's not. And West Indies fans, let me know. How much is this going to contribute to shaking things up with the cricket board? Or is it just going to always be this way? I don't care if it's Test. I don't care if it's T20. I don't care if it's ODI. They put out whatever political team they want out there. Whatever, because it doesn't matter. Winning doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
7 dot balls. Gabe, I'm not sure what you're so mad about. I think this is a great performance. I think this is fantastic.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. 300 in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be here tomorrow. India, Pakistan. Of course, guys, I was just messing around. India, I'm rooting for all the way in tomorrow's match. Going to see some wonderful history happening. Doesn't happen too often. We will be here tomorrow. Thanks for joining us here today. Even though this match is pretty much done, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Thank you so much. And hey, if you like movies, check out Boring Reviews and the Final Reaction because we got you covered over there as far as the reaction world goes. I think this is a great performance, Gabe. You should be very proud.
Dude, it's at this point, I'm just laughing. But
silence. If something must have happened.
I gotta pause my stream next time. I don't know why I'm ahead of you. Let me know why I'm ahead of you. You up there in the palace in high society?
You're always ahead of me.
In high society, you know why it is? Because as soon as I wake up, I shut everybody else's internet off.
Oh man.
And Nick.
Oh, and there it is. Man, I was that far behind. What is going on here?
To the point I was talking about earlier. How many of these guys got? Look at that shot. Does that look like he was trying to take a sensible shot? No, he's going for a 6. He's going for a huge shot, bro. It's
walking wicket.
Oh my gosh, bro. It's embarrassing. Rashid with the 4-fer. Man, I should have got what to do with Rashid.
Wow.
But
I was looking at him too. Oh man.
Guys, it's painful. England fans, congratulations. I said, by the way, and that's another reason I'm annoyed with you. Oh, this is not the bracket of death. Really? Australia, England, which is one of the best white ball teams.
This is the only tough match. The rest of it's a piece of cake.
South Africa.
Mark my word. Well, nothing against mark my words. West Indies will go undefeated the rest of the way. And then you'll have to say, yes, Nick, you were right. Yes,
bro. If you do that, I will shave my eyebrows. We can make whatever bet you want. That's not going to happen. We can make whatever bet you want. That's not going to happen. Are you kidding me? Oh,
maybe we missed some super chats here while I was updating the score. And caps, baby.
So, Sub says, West Indies making me feel a little bit better about our bad batting today. Laugh out loud. Don't stress, Gabe. They will bounce back. Listen, it's not about the loss. A loss is a loss. I understand it's a tournament. It's about the loss because of the selection that upsets me. Other people should have been in there. And it's about the way they're playing. This is 3 games in a row. These guys are trying to go for 6s. They hit 1 6 in this game, right? So through 3 games, I get it, 2 practice matches, but through 3 games, they've hit literally 4 6s. Are they gonna figure out that they can't hit 6s on these slow pitches? Gosh, it's frustrating. Thank you for the super chat, though, sir. Much love.
Man, I'm never gonna let that point go. I'm gonna hear it till the end of my life. We got another one from Devon and Condor here. Unless you are getting part of the match fees, enjoy the game, stay detached, be at peace. That said, go India. It is war, baby. Game. It's just a game.
Listen,
a game, man.
Listen.
It's just a game.
You're
just mad because you know wearing that Nick shirt. You'll never do that again on a live stream because your guys just went 55 all out. Really? You're going to risk it again? They told you on the very beginning, what did you do that? We're screwed. We're doomed. You should know. And he gives me to look like I'm crazy?
Thanks
for the super chat.
That is funny. That's a good troll. I'll give you that. That's a good troll. I'll give you that, bro.
Come on.
He said, I'm here. It's Tupatina, Australia. Thanks for the West Indies. Save me some sleep.
Seriously.
Hugs to everyone.
Get some more chores done. Don't tell my wife that. Maybe I don't want to do that.
Oh,
let's make this go into super over, baby.
Super over.
Really slow. Really slow, England.
Bro, careless batting. It is, guys. And you know what? Again, it's one of those things, man. You look at these kind of matchups and you look at these kind of things and you say these teams should fix it, but some teams don't. My Knicks have not been able to get it together for years. That's why I'm so excited that they're 2-0 this season. Does that mean they're going to win the whole thing? Absolutely not. We've got great players, but the problem with the Knicks has always been the same thing, and it's bad management, bad ownership, and I think, and answer this question, Nick. Maybe can the greatest player in the world overcome bad management and bad coaching? Can the greatest team? You guys tell me. When you have just bad organization, can you overcome that just by being super talented and being a great player? Because I honestly think that that's what goes on with the West Indies. It's just bad. It's a bad organization as far as the selection committee and the teams they put out there together to play. And I think that I've seen it in so many different sports where I don't care how good your players are. If you've just got bad management, you know, or bad coaching, it's gonna suck. Bottom line.
Yeah, you got a point there. Absolutely, it's tough. It's tough, but I mean, you have no choice but to have faith in your West Indies squad right now. I love how they do the press conferences in the middle of the game. Like, let's wait till the game's over first.
I love it.
You got to have faith in your team, right? Because if you don't have faith in watch the spam, guys, please watch the spam. If you don't have faith in your team, then you're just like, oh, we're done and dusted for the entire tournament, for crying out loud. Sometimes teams have bad performances. Remember what happened, Gabe? I keep mentioning India fans. I promise there's a reason for it. 36 all out. That was probably the darkest day in most India fans'
against Australia,
lives that are in the stream right now. And then what happened right after that? Historic, right? Started historic, and it ended historic for India coming back, especially with that fourth match at the Gabba. So sometimes those type of losses, if you have the right kind of team, they can galvanize you or they can inspire you to do better. So you got no other choice but to hope for the best with this squad, and that this was just, a really good England squad. The bowlers are nice and fresh. The pitch was working well for them. And the fact that they, a little rusted, maybe they weren't taking the practice results seriously like you're saying. Practice doesn't matter. But it's something that you got to hope for, because if you don't think that they have it in them, it's a long World Cup, baby.
Listen, I think that, having seen what's going on with the West Indies, do I have faith that they're going to win it? No. I'm still rooting for them. They're my squad. But it's like the Knicks. Savannah asks me all the time, and it's the funniest thing. She said, babe, if you hate the Knicks so much, why do you watch them? Because it's in there, bro. Once it's in there, it's in there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm going to rock with you, whatever. I'm going to sit there and be miserable. And Nick, as a Chargers fan, I know, and as a Padres fan, you sat there and watched those teams and been miserable. So I'm embarrassed. You absolutely right. But the reality about it is that I hate when people say, oh, you can't criticize these athletes. They're in coveted positions. And when you get there and you don't show up and you just basically disrespect the time and effort, the money that we all put into watching you as a fan, then you're disrespecting your fan base. With that being said, it is what it is, man. It was a loss. It's a bad loss. I think that they're in bad form. Again, 3 losses in a row. All right, fine. Let's just say 1. Nobody cares about the practice match. 55 all out. Are they India? No, they're not India. Okay. I love my West Indies, but are they India? No. India has the ability to go back and come back from 36 all out and then win a test match in Australia, right? Do my West Indies?
Hey, Gabe, random question for you.
Go.
We have Halloween coming up, right? And we have Thursday, we have a party at school. We haven't even talked about what we're going to do as far as costumes, right? I'm thinking Top Gun, baby. I'm looking on Prime what's still available, because I haven't ordered anything yet.
Ooh.
We get the Top Gun overall or the onesies or whatever.
Right.
Little helmet or whatever. What are we going to do? We got to figure out something that's available that can get sent to me in time.
Maverick and Goose? Ooh, I don't know.
That would be awesome.
I don't know. Interesting. Renell says, chase that for Gale and Lewis to open. What I said earlier, Renell, Gale should be opening with Lewis. And why do they do that to Chris Gale? If you're going to put him aside, same thing happened with Punjab, right? They keep bringing him in at 3. If he's an opener, he starts slow and you need him to see a lot of balls, just put him to open. It's disrespectful. Either put him in or don't choose him on the side. Either do it or don't, man. That's just how it is. And Chris Gale got into it with Ambrose, right? A West Indian legend as far as cricketing is concerned. And is Chris Gale done? Maybe. We might see the end of Chris Gale right now. But if you're going to pick him, then you've got to play him in the right position. No one can tell me putting Lendell Lewis in there in the second over, to open up was right. All right. And again, that's one of those things where it all comes down to selection. It all comes down to coaching. With that being said, though, I think that the biggest thing is I was right as usual. And I gotta say, maybe Nick was right, and that's scary. Oh God, who has the best bowling squads? Because if you got good bowling, you got a shot. Look at all these matches. My gosh, I think our top score has been 150, 160. Everything else is in the teens, Nick. 118, 120, 130 something. It's bad, brother. Bowling is amazing. You know what I'm doing with all my transfers? Bowlers, bro. I'm keeping the same 4 or 5 hitters at the top of the order, and I'm going with bowlers because they are feasting. 9 wickets fell on one side earlier. 5 was it on the other? So what's that? 14 wickets here all out. I guarantee you England's going to drop 4 or 5 wickets. Bairstow's going to give up his wicket. He's like, oh, they don't need me today, mate. If they put him to open, he's going to try to give you 20 runs in the power play and go get his hot pocket. Hot pocket match with Bairstow. I called it right now. So hot pocket performances. And I got to say, that was Nick's thing too. Hoping. That was Nick's thing too. One of the better, what do you call it? Nickerisms that we have here. Nickerisms? The Nick sayings.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the Nick sayings. Nickisms. Nickisms. Yeah. Hot pocket match. A hot pocket match. Players just trying to go quick because he's trying to get out of there, cousin.
They got stuff to do.
But I want to know, those of you, because we didn't know that the qualifying matches, and then did you realize they all got new transfers too? So we're going to get blown out. Whatever. I try to save it for these matches because these are the better players. I made a mistake. But look at all the wickets that have fallen, Nick. I guarantee you whoever's number 1 has just been rotating bowlers, bro, and keeping the same 4 or 5 hitters.
My fantasy squad just I haven't even started till today. I've not started till today, so I'm not even worried about
started yesterday.
fantasy. I'm not going to worry about that. I could have been smart about it, but it's all good. I'll just have fun with it. We got another super chat here from Karan. Appreciate that so much. When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Not today, Gabe. Disappointing. Dang. LOL. Woo! England, baby.
Wow. Karan. Is it Karan? Karan. Must be Team Nick. Oh.
He's just speaking the truth, baby.
One of the few. Listen, Karan, I've given England their love. I said this was the bracket of death. I said it's going to be rough between Australia, England, and the West Indies. You got 3 of the top 4 teams, I believe, in one bracket, which how's that fair? And then you got to throw South Africa at us? Like, seriously? This is a bracket of death over here. It's like America every time in the World Cup. Every 4 years, I know we're in the bracket of death. Let's go, Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did we do? Every time. And it's not like we've won one.
I'm in 62nd place. out of 68 teams.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, it's rough.
Nick, tell me every time that the World Cup comes around and you see Brazil and Germany up there, you're not just sick to your stomach like, oh, God, why do you stick us in that bracket? I get it. Absolutely. Americans are hated. But we haven't even won, right? Stick the other teams in there.
Do we barely even qualify, for crying out loud? Where's our Oman, right? Does Antarctica play soccer? Can we play against them, please?
God.
Would that be okay?
Oh my God.
It's because we don't call it soccer. Let's be honest. It's because we don't call it football. We are obsessed with not doing what everyone else does, right? So it's because we call it soccer that just like, no, you're always getting Brazil, Germany every time,
bro. It's like the metric system. It's like the metric system. We had to do our own thing. And what's worse is, as educators, we have to teach both. And I've always thought to myself, well, why am I teaching the metric system and the American or traditional system? Why? If we're going to teach the metric system and the whole world uses the metric system, why don't we just go with that? But Nick's right. Americans like to do their own things. And part of their own things are just, losing their minds. Oh, man.
Dude, now I'm stressing now that this game is in hand, I'm stressing about my Halloween costume, my friend. I'm stressing about my Halloween. I got to figure out what I'm going to wear. I wait till the last minute. We have shortages everywhere, and it's a week away, for crying out loud. I am stressing out.
I love this. Nick and Gabe, at least USA plays in the World Cup. Bro.
Do they?
That's a good point.
Do they?
Bro, I'm just saying.
We missed the last few of them.
We played in the World Cup. We haven't won them. We don't get out of the group.
No. I want to say we lost. We didn't qualify this last time.
Yeah, we did. We got knocked out. I remember we got knocked out against Mexico. Beat us. You're
thinking about the Gold Cup or some nonsense.
What was I gonna say? Honestly, and there's a lot of teams that don't have their football teams playing internationally. So I get what you guys are saying, but still, it hurts. Hey. If we want to complain about that, how long do you think it'll take the USA to get to T20 status at least? Not test. Test is out of the question. All right, we're way that's way, but at least a T20 team, we should be able to put together a T20 team in a few years, and then I'll be complaining about how bad they are. But you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
like,
I'm always right. It says right here, did not qualify 2018. Always right. 2022 to be determined. 2014, 2010 got to the round of 16. Gosh. 2006 group stage. They got the quarterfinals in 2002. Group stage in 1998. Man alive. They got to the semifinals in 1930. 1930 got to the semifinals.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Because I remember there was a big controversy. And I hate when Nick is right, guys. There's a big controversy here because the women's team win that year? Or I think they won the whole thing.
They always win. And
it came out that the women's team gets paid 1/10 of the fraction.
That's not true.
Yes.
I watched. Here he goes again. Listen, this is the difference between Gabe and I. If I'm not 100% confident, I'll say, I don't know, I could be wrong about that. For him, it's absolute. He gave me that look like I was a complete moron when I said they did not qualify last time. Oh, yeah, they did. Trust me. My wife is soccer royalty. Trust me, I know my soccer.
Not my wife.
About that, my friend.
Her family.
Watch. She's part of her family. Is she not? Was she disowned? Listen. I watched a video about this guy, Impartial, talking about the whole nonsense, okay? It wasn't 1/10. It was drastically different. But to his credit, what he was talking about is it was the agreement that they made. They had the choice to make the same as the men or go a little differently because they know they win some more matches than the men. They chose what they were mad about is that they wanted to revert back. According to this one guy, he could have been wrong. Maybe he was biased. I don't know. But according to him, they had an opportunity to make the same as the men, and they chose not to. That's what the newspapers don't say. But I could be wrong. Listen to how I say it. I could be wrong, even though I watched the video.
Well, here's what I know. I know that the WNBA had a parade, and literally there were 50 people there. 50 people there at a championship parade. All right, women's football or soccer, whatever you want to say, has dominated on the, and we don't embrace those teams. Yet we embrace the men's team, who's trash. Men, if you guys want to, and I'm just being real. All right, I want to watch a winner. And if you can't win, get off the field.
I like watching losers. It's fun.
Don Antonio says the group 1 has 3 champions in it: West Indies, England, and Sri Lanka. ODI champion in Australia. It's guys. It's a bracket of death. Nick knows it.
So we're putting Sri Lanka as the top 3rd team in that group?
They were your dark horse. Team? They were your dark horse.
Sri Lanka was not my dark horse.
No, I thought
you mentioned Sri Lanka, not me. We have Sri Lanka as the 3rd best team in that group because they won a World Cup in the past?
No,
really?
I put them in. I say it's still harder than your bracket.
Wow.
Still harder than your bracket.
And ODI champ. What were we talking about ODI champ before? Sri Lanka's the 3rd best team in that group. Now, obviously, I was trolling Gabe yesterday by saying they were the easiest bracket of all time, but I don't think the disparity is that big, right? I don't think it's that big. It's a challenging bracket, and England looks really, really good right now. But we got Sri Lanka as the 3rd best team in that group? All right.
USA basketball team lost to Nigeria in the Olympics. Yes, they did. You know what's funny, Nick, and I didn't hear about this. Did you know that the 1992 Dream Team lost their very first game and got smacked? And it was so bad that the coaches got the film from everywhere, every single, and there's actually still film out there. And you can find it. It's like, bro, it's like one of those tapes that like shut out. You know what I mean? It's buried. It's somewhere in a vault, Time Life vault with the Zapruder film. Nobody wants to see it, but they got smacked the first game in the I think it was either an international friendly or it was a qualifier match or whatever.
Who won the Olympic gold this year?
Who won in
basketball? USA.
It was USA.
That's my point.
No, but I'm talking about the 90.
You can have a bad couple of first games and you can still win it all like your West Indies can. That's my whole point.
Who was that very first coach? I forget the guy's name. Hall of Fame coach. Remember, he was short. Coach that 1992 Dream Team.
Oh, Ray Knight.
Or
whatever his name is.
And he was literally saying, I wanted to show these guys that I don't care who you are, there's talent everywhere. And because everybody was like, oh, this person should start. The players were trying to coach the team. And Nick, go look it up. They lost to, I forget what team was, in an embarrassing fashion. And after that, They were all at practice the next day doing suicide drills. Who does suicides when you're a pro in the NBA?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guarantee that was his choice. Listen,
okay.
I'm not trying to throw any shade to Sri Lanka. I'm not saying they're garbage. I'm not saying they're an easy win. They won all their 3 in the group stage. I'm just saying I wouldn't put them number 3 in that bracket as the 3rd toughest. That's all.
Chasing 6 overs. Nick, do the West
I don't
Indies...
think it'll be that fast. I don't think it'll be that fast, no. You'd be stupid to try to score that fast when you don't need to. All you got to do is chase 55. You got to get 56. They'll get it in the 8th or 9th over, I would say. Maybe the 10th over. 10th, the least, the last, the worst case scenario. I'm going with the 9th over. That's what I'm going to say right now.
If you're an England fan, think about this. You know it's going to be a tight power play, right? Because, not tight power play, a tight group stage, right? Because there's so many good teams. So you're expecting England's not going to go 4-0 either. Just letting you guys know, or 3-0 either. They're going to lose at least one game, if not. Is it 3 or 4 games? I can't remember. Anyway, 5. To make a long story short, is it 5? So it could come down to run rate, right? That lovely run rate.
Always.
So don't you want to finish this like in under 10, at least under 10, to help? This is going to kill West Indies as far as the run rate.
I mean, you can go off the first 2 overs, but you don't want to be careless. You don't want to be careless. You think Owen Morgan's worried about net run rate in the first match? I can't imagine, as a captain as him, I can't imagine he's worried about that. He's worried about, hey guys, let's be professional. Let's just get this done. If they chase it in the 8th or 9th over, the net run rate's still going to look really, really good, right? So let's just chase this. Let's not worry about losing our wickets. I'm not saying go test action.
Right.
And you got the thing that sucks is Butler is my captain. At least he's opening.
Right.
But you only need 56 runs. How many points is he going to get me? We'll see how Roy does. Let's see if Roy is the first one to lose his wicket. Ooh.
I actually went with Butler too.
See. I hate you.
All right, I don't get this one right here.
First ball.
Breaking news: Pakistan teams, cricket team spotted in Burger King. I didn't get that one.
I don't get.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's saying they're not taking their fitness seriously. I have no idea. There's the first run on the board, and they need 55 more, baby. I'm just hoping that it's not Wicket City. That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping it's not Wicket City.
Thank you, Joy. No one can say 56 runs. Are you serious?
I'm worried, Gabe. I am worried right now.
Bro, are you serious right now? I'll eat one of those chips live on CFA. What is those called? The
spicy ones?
Yeah.
What is with the win predictor? They're still giving the West Indies a 19% chance. What is going on there? Who's doing that math? Kim Kardashian? What is going on there? Jeez,
they must be doing Common Core math. Because,
ouch.
Ouch, I know, right?
Wow. I believe in the Common Core. What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying, it's Common Core math right there, brother. Wicked City. That's funny. City point in the first over. Desperation.
That's a good call. I didn't even notice the guy sitting there.
Yeah.
I love it. There's a boundary right there.
Oh,
on the board, baby. Butler. Captain Butler.
Group 2 is the group of death. That's hilarious.
Remember my pun for Butler? You remember that one?
No, I don't.
He's really good, but learning to be better.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's so bad.
But learning.
Baraf says, Gabe, when are we gonna see the Mush Bucket Challenge live? Ooh, you know what?
I'm sorry, guys. That's such the dumbest punishment. I should have a part in choosing the punishment since I'm the one that beat him.
You got to vote.
No, that's so dumb. Because it was a foregone conclusion when I lost last year, and I had to drop over 100 bones on that food last year. Ice bucket, that's not even a thing anymore. That was like 4 years ago. No, I'm calling it right now. That's not even the punishment. If you do it, you're doing it just for your own health because it does not count. It does not count as a punishment. I'm saying it right now.
Wow.
Lame.
Nick going against the village. Okay, Napoleon.
Lame.
Okay,
no,
Napoleon.
That's lame. That's them going easy on you. Ice water on your head. Oh, it's called a shower for crying out loud. Calm down with your bad self. That is lame. I'm not dropping over 100 bones on my punishment and you get some ice water poured on you on a fad that was 4 or 5 years ago. Give me a break.
Bro, it could be $100 ice water bucket. You know what I'm saying? If it makes you feel better.
We're changing that. We got a super chat here from Karan. Cricket has a funny way to balance it out. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Not today, though. LOL. Love your conversations, guys. RCB. I'm not sure if that was trolling RCB or rooting for him, but I still got the love right there, even though they always suck in the playoffs. Thanks for the super chat, Karan. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, Gabe, you do the ice bucket challenge. That's just for your health.
Bro, that's the village is spoken. No. The village is spoken.
No,
I don't know what to tell you.
Not recognized. The winner gets to have the final say. Like you had the final say last year. We didn't do no poll for me last year. It was a foregone conclusion.
You didn't suggest the poll. I suggested the poll.
No. Exactly because you lost. No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah, look at Barath now. Don't let him sway you, Barath. Don't let him sway you, Barath. What are you kidding me?
I get to have the final say. We'll have a conversation. We'll have some negotiations, but Ice Bucket Challenge is not going to be what it is.
Don Antonio says, my vote was Boston Red Sox gear for a week. Ugh. I'm so glad Houston won, even though I hate Houston. Now I just need Atlanta to beat the Dodgers, and then Atlanta to win the whole thing.
Absolutely. Who's talking about Squid Games?
Looks like the West Indies Cricket Board plays Squid Games with the... You know what, NWA? I'm gonna use that one, and I'm tweeting it out after this game, man. And I'm not trying to take credit for it, but that's funny. That's exactly what the West Indies Cricket Board is doing. They're playing Squid Games, bro. Oh man.
What I tell you, they're going to take their sweet time scoring on this one. I get it's only 8 balls, but they got 5 runs for no loss. They got Ron Paul in there bowling. He's got 2 dots already. They are taking their sweet time. John T says Nick has over 90% chance to win, as both India and England are favorites to win. I'm sorry I choose awesome teams. I'm sorry the teams I root for get better and better as the year goes on. I wouldn't call that a 90% chance, though. I think that's giving a little too much love to my squads. I appreciate it. But, man, if I got a World Cup championship under my belt, it would be out of control.
Listen, I told you that I like India as well as the West Indies. However, the bowling is going to dominate, and I think that actually puts some other teams I did not expect to bro, these low-scoring matches, man. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what happens, man. It is going to be interesting what happens, man.
See, I would think you would love the low-scoring matches, being a bowling guy. Deep down, you know batting is more exciting.
Yeah, well, no, I like the good bowling, but I don't like it when it's the pitch. See if anybody understands that. There's a difference between great bowling and just bad pitches.
I'm down with being too smart for the room, my friend. We understand. But I'm just saying, you love yourself some batting. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
You really? Okay. How many times did you complain about this low scoring on this game alone? Exactly. He loves it.
Not if it was the other way around. If it was England,
have you ever heard me complain about the bowling? Too many wickets? No.
Oh boy.
Love it. Can we get some more boundaries? Is that against the rules or something?
Gabe will be banned.
Not.
Gabe, you will now be banned from UAE Airport too. What? Listen.
The comment you made earlier, yep.
I'm calling a conspiracy. And you know why? Because I saw cricket in the UAE last year in the IPL, and there were some high-scoring matches. What happened to Sharjah, Nick? Sharjah used to go to a place where bowlers go to die. And all of a sudden this year, it's the wicket haven. Bro.
You know exactly what happened. What happened. It's very, very simplistic. You mushed it because you were praising it too much. That's exactly what happened. You don't believe in the mush powers. The rest of us do.
Come on. Another boundary.
Boundary, baby, for the Butler. The Butler did it. There's another.
That's a good pun there. The Butler did it.
That's an easy one.
That's a good one. New Zealand, India finals. New Zealand win the cup. Could you imagine if it does end up New Zealand, India finals?
Oh, that would give me a heart attack.
Because New Zealand already beat India.
Yes.
Oh wow, that would honestly.
No.
I think the one team India doesn't want to see in the finals is New Zealand because they've already lost to them in the championship final, and that kind of gets under your skin. You know what I mean? It gets in the back of your head. So that'd be interesting.
Honestly, I absolutely hate the fact that everyone's saying foregone conclusion India's going to the finals. I don't care about favorites. Can we not jinx them, please? Is that against the rules? Please don't jinx them.
It's the bracket though. It's the bracket, bro. They're gonna get through.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tough bracket for India. Tough bracket. I'm telling you. Tough bracket. They got Scotland, the favorites in there. They got New Zealand, who owns them as far as WCC is concerned. They got Pakistan, the dark horse. They got Afghanistan in there. You're telling me it's not hard? You're telling me that's easy?
You know what's funny?
And then Namibia wants to play spoilers. They want to play spoilers.
I just saw this, and I'm going to go find this chat because I thought it was funny, but we were talking. Here it is. If Namibia wins the World Cup, we all shave our eyebrows. Namibia? Really? They're going to win the whole... Nick.
Did I just say they're going to win? Oh, I said they're going to play spoilers. They're going to try. It's like when you're playing a team that's destined for the playoffs where they have a chance and all you want to do is beat them so you can play spoiler. They want to make noise. They want to make a statement. There's a 6. Jason Roy, he knows how to hit 6s? That's crazy. Wow. There we go. Hossein is insane. Jeez. Insane in the membrane with that 6 he just gave up.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I never once said Namibia is going to win the entire thing. Don't you dare put those words in my mouth.
Dude, could you just imagine? Could you just imagine if Namibia somehow comes through like a... Who was it that did that in the Final Four? Was it Bowling Green? Some college no one even heard of. Some college in some obscure little town in Florida.
No one's ever heard of this guy.
Honestly. I was like, Bowling Green? Isn't that like a soft drink or something?
No, it's a cricket squad. They're Bowling Green. What is the umpire saying? Is he saying get off the field? Is he saying no ball? Oh, he's getting these fans off the field. These kids.
Fans on the field. Houston, we have a problem. Oh!
They turned left when they should have turned right.
The kids lost it. Han says, Bowling Green is in Kentucky. I guess so. I honestly don't know where Bowling Green is. I thought it was like
Obviously. There you go. Kenya reached semifinal in 2003 World Cup.
Wow.
Exactly. They have nothing to lose.
Nick, the TV sponsors would be so mad if it was a Namibia Scotland final. They're like, what? We had India here. We had England in here. We had the West Indies in here. We had South Africa, Australia, some of the biggest. Come on, field. Gosh. Yes, David Visa, player of the tournament. Barack, he's been so good. And that's why if I'm South Africa, I'm like, how is he not on the squad? But again, I get it. Politics, it is what it is. Oh, man.
So everything's politics. This guy goes into the pantry, right? He goes into the pantry and he sees the Pop-Tarts. He goes inside. The Pop-Tarts are gone. Politics! It's politics!
No, dude. With South Africa, though, it's a lot worse because there's a reason Pop's not there right now. And I don't like to really get into too much controversy or whatever, but there's a reason a lot of players aren't there and aren't selected, and it has to do with politics a lot over there in South Africa. So you're just like, man, whatever.
Usually Han likes to troll us, but he's actually giving us a serious comment for this one. This is a good one. What do you think?
Don Best? Really? Come on, man. Bro.
He would have been the difference today.
That would have been the difference. Come on, man. No, Renil, I did not see the ABD interview, but I heard about it, so I need to watch it. Somebody hit me up on Twitter. It's been such a busy week for us. It's been crazy. But I heard about that ABD interview. ABD's also been retired from cricket. And man, it sucks that those kind of things kind of really impact sports. And I think that's the stuff that doesn't need to be in sports. Again, one of the reasons why I'm frustrated with Gabe on the couch with Gabe. That's funny. With the West Indies, the politics, Afghanistan. Look at what's going on with Afghanistan. They've got great talent, Nick. And will they even be a team in a year? I mean, where are they going to even play out of? They can't claim Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you hate when all that stuff even happens, man. You really do.
Where are the Kern brothers? Where they should be. They're on the couch watching this right now. How dare you even suggest that right now? We got a super chat here from Sup. What's up, Sup? He played for South Africa long ago, Gabe. You can't blame players leaving on politics. New players are coming up all the time, and some older people end up leaving.
I mean, yeah. You think Faf getting left off was a smart thing, I should say.
I don't think it was a smart thing. Personally. Oh, there's a wicket for your boys. There you go. Universe boss with the catch.
And who said the universe boss doesn't have hands?
Okay, Gabe, I'm going to cue in 3, 2, 1. Jason Roy is garbage. Even he gets out. Who did I say was going to be the first wicket? Who did I say? Jason Roy. Where's all the Jason Roy fans at right now? Where are they all at? Oh, he's the best. He's amazing. He's the greatest player in the world. All you have to do is chase like 13, and he can't even last out of the third over. Of course, he was the first wicket. My gosh. What was that shot? Were you playing patty cake or something like that with them? That was garbage. Got a super chat here from Karan. India are like the Harlem Globetrotters, but New Zealand is low-key, like the Bulls under Jordan. I know. New Zealand's getting no love right now, and that's what makes me super nervous. It's always a team you don't expect, one of the teams to get to the finals.
Bro, here's the thing. I want to see New Zealand perform on these spinning tracks because they did have the advantage against India when they played in England because the tracks are more similar to home. And we know that their record at home is much better than on the road. So we'll see what happens. Nick hates Jason Roy, and I'll tell you why, guys. Because everybody kept telling it goes back to a fantasy. Everybody kept telling him how great Jason Roy was, and he needed himself somebody to beat Gabe. He threw Jason Roy in there, and the guy went for a duck, okay? And that just it frustrated him. Yeah, no Milan. So everybody said how good he was, but he hasn't shown it. Milan at least showed some stuff a little bit this year in the IPL. But we've been waiting for Jason Roy for, 2 years, Nick? Ooh.
Yeah, someone keep telling me about Jason Roy and how awesome he is. Please. Please. He's the one-night watchman, exactly. Here's Bairstow, and look at Bharat already. He's obviously a fan. We'll see a hit wicket now.
Hit wicket Bairstow.
What is the universe boss doing? He's playing hacky sack out there?
The universe boss.
I don't know what that shot was. That was honestly, that's where you're too lazy to pick up the ball and you just flick it to your teammate. Like, hey, can you put this away for me? That was garbage.
Oh, man.
Yeah. England fans, you shouldn't be that surprised when you see Jason Roy get out. Those people look surprised. Happens all the time. Another super chat from Sup. What's up, Sup? You guys are out of control today with the super chats. We appreciate it. Faf and Emmy. T. We're not considered because they have not played for South Africa in a while. Reports are that CSA said they were retired, and they sadly said they didn't. I think I got that right. The thing is this, though, about Faf. You just saw him go second for the Orange Cap in the IPL in UAE. You don't want to have him at least at number 6 or 7 if you don't want him to open for your squad. You don't want to have him there for a taste? Just a taste, a little bit? I would. Now,
Dan Antonio.
I don't know your squad too well.
Dan Antonio, I think you were here earlier when I went on my rant. But again, I don't understand West Indies selection with one spinner on this pitch, leaving off guys like Narayan, or I don't know if they
boundary.
People are saying that it wasn't him, but they have other spinners, right? And even in this actual lineup, Roston Chase is a spinner. Roston Chase can rake. You could have put Roston Chase in there instead of Lendell Simmons. Put Universe Boss at 2. You got yourself another spinner. Like, again, I'm over it. But yeah, that was part of my point. And
there we go. Now the predictor has 1% chance. That makes more sense.
I think it's going to be really Hayden Walsh Jr. is also a spinner, right? He's also left on the bench. I don't understand what they were doing, and I'm just over it. I was so angry earlier. Now I'm just like, whatever, going through motions, watching the game, enjoying it. But when you see stupid stuff like that, you ask yourself, why do these guys even have a job? I guarantee you CFA Nation could have put together a better lineup today than they did. That's how bad it was, bro. It's so dumb, but whatever.
Absolutely. I'm not loving this score. It's now 29 for one, so it's a little better in the power play. But look at what they need. They only need like less than 20 runs to chase. Or no, they need less than 30 runs to chase. It's crazy.
Right. Well, you said they were going to take their time, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not tripping. Lendell Simmons carried West Indies in 2016. Okay, but again, where was the game in 2016? Where was it this year? Look at the
single there. Rumpel gets a wicket first, then he gets up 9 the last 3 balls, 30 for 1 after 4 overs, ladies and gentlemen. Nurse, you want Nurse in there? Really?
I think that, Nick, sports teams and management sometimes are victims of history, right? They cannot see what's clearly happening in front of their eyes. And if you tell me these teams weren't looking at the IPL, and because the games were right here at the UAE, then that's just stupidity on their part, and they have no business running a franchise, okay? How do you not look at these games and say, my gosh, spinners dominated, all right? Especially in the middle order overs. Spinners dominated in the IPL, right? Guys with slow balls took more wickets, all right? Slower balls, these sticky pitches. Purple Cap winner was a slower ball guy. Like, how did they not look at that stuff? Oh, it's the IPL. It's the IPL. Newsflash, IPL teams are better than half of the teams in the tournament right now. Are you kidding me? Wow. It's like, I don't understand how they didn't look at that stuff, man.
I don't know if I go that far. I don't know if I go far where they're better than half.
Even India did it. India. Explain to me how you leave off Harshal Patel when he dominated here at the UAE on this very pitch. Whoa, what a catch. Yeah, he got it.
That bounce. That's crazy.
There goes. Hold on. Was that Bairstow? Down goes Bairstow. Down goes Bairstow. Down goes Bairstow. Again, guys, I told you, hot pocket match for him. He's like, oh, Butler and the boys can do the job.
Why does he look so surprised? I don't know why he looks so surprised. Ron Weasley, you're done.
Ron Weasley, he loves calling Ron Weasley.
He looks just like Ron Weasley.
Down goes Bairstow. Down goes Bairstow. Down goes Bairstow. As usual, the guy loves the hot pocket matches. His hot pocket was getting cold. He's like, we got to do it quick, boys. Is that a good Bairstow impression? No.
You're out of control. Stop it. Don't even give it a chance. 8 more wickets.
8 more wickets to go. That's 12 wickets in this game alone. Guys, wickets are falling at an astronomical rate. And that's why I am afraid of Pakistan now. Because I wasn't afraid of their batting. All right. They lose Babar Azam and they're done. That's just being real. All right. Babar Azam's got to score 50 for them to win a game. That's just real. They don't have the depth in batting. But their bowling, if these are going to be 110, 112 scores, oh my God, 120 scores, they're in every match.
Guess who has Hossein on his fantasy squad?
You too?
You group it up too? I need some cheap players.
No, I didn't pick them up. Credits.
No, I know. That's why I assumed you meant. Wicket there by Hossein there. He could get up 60 runs before that, so we needed that wicket. And that's going to be a dot ball.
Interesting. Yellow
says, collapse. Stop it. Stop.
Possible in-house tension. Where is the focus? I'm not.
I don't know why they're losing wickets and they're taking their time. I mean, it's not going to matter. They're going to win this match, but I don't like how ugly this is looking so far.
Well, yeah, they got Rizwan too, but that's what I'm saying. Pakistan's one of those teams where they need both Rizwan, right, and Babar Azam to go deep. If they lose those two guys, they're just not, especially Babar Azam, they're done. I've seen them play before, whether it's Test or ODI. So they need those guys to score big. Yeah, slow bowling is going to be very dangerous. That's why I don't understand. And again, I don't think any India fan has answered it. Are you guys happy with your selection? As bad as Hardik Pandya has been, he still got in there, Nick. He hasn't been? Am I not just being honest?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at a comment that I'm not going to put on the screen right now, but it is absolutely hilarious.
I want to know, if you're an India fan, do you think Hardik Pandya should have made the side? Ishan Kishan played his way in, by the way, after going on the couch with Gabe, with those two huge performances, right? But Hardik Pandya didn't show anything the entire time. So what is he going to give you? Why not go with a better bowler if it's going to be a bowler, or go with a different all-round? I don't understand that.
I put India for the score, not England. I got India on the brain. Thanks for the heads up, guys. That's hilarious.
There it goes again. Hardik is a proven match winner. Gosh, it drives me crazy. Guys, stop worrying about what happened in the past. Past performances do not indicate future performances.
I agree. Like practice matches in the past. I agree.
Oh, I will. Oh, I'll tell you right now. Me and Nick are boxing today. That's going to be live on CFA Nation. That's going to be live on CFA Nation. I'm going to have to hit him with it.
You worry about the past way too much. I honestly can't believe you said that. And I understand that was a few days ago. But you always talk about I can't believe you just said that. That's hilarious.
No, Nick, I mean past. Like, I don't care what a guy did 10 years ago. 2016 is what? 5 years ago? I don't care what he did 5 years ago. What's he doing now? What's he doing now? Hardik Pandya was absolute trash. Trash in the IPL. Are you serious?
Oh, I love it. We got a super chat here from Dr. Jihan. You guys doing the England-Australia match next week? If it's on our time on Saturday, you know it. Could be some pre-Ashes sledging from the Aussies. Australia will get better as the tournament goes on. Jihan, has there ever been a time you have not predicted Australia to do very, very well?
Hey,
4-1, 5-0,
leave
4-0-1 or whatever. Has there ever been a time that you have not given Australia amazing odds? Woo. They have no chance against England.
Rashab, thank you for the super chat, Dr. Jihan. Rashab, look at, first of all, Hardik Pandya wasn't even fit to fit the bowl. I don't think he gave more than 1 or 2 overs in any games this year for the Mumbai Indians. So that's your 6th bowling option? Really? Why wouldn't you take Purple Patel, a guy who led the purple cap in the IPL, with the slower balls on these same grounds? I'm just saying. And past performances matter when we're talking about a year, guys. When we're talking about a few months. We're talking about 2016. How long ago was that?
But you also want, honestly, you also don't want to have recency bias either. You got to have a level head about it. You can't do everything by recency bias because you're going to be caught with your pants down, for crying out loud. I love Purple Patel. I think it's fantastic. But this is his best performance in 8 or 9 seasons in the IPL. Yes, granted, the second half was in the UAE. He had a lot of wickets in India too. Oh, that's a run out. Oh my gosh, I think he's done.
Throw it.
That was a dumb run right there. I think that's run out. Moeen Ali, was that Moeen Ali that got run out? Oh, if it is, I'm going to lose my mind because if it's CSK, he doesn't have those gaffes. But anyone else he has these gas for. Oh, Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali.
Guys, I'm going to remove myself because Nick enjoyed my pain earlier. I want to enjoy Nick's pain. Oh, he loves him some Moeen.
He's done. Moeen Ali. Oh, my gosh, he's already. Moeen Ali. Rahani, you're forgiven. You're off the can't run list. It's Moeen Ali. His name doesn't work with running, but he is done. It should be no, Ali. No, don't run. You can't do it. No, Ali, don't run. This guy cannot do it. He cannot handle it. But for CSK, he doesn't make any mistakes. For his own country, run out. No, Ali, don't do it. Absolutely classic Moeen Ali. He's the only guy in the history of the world to get run out on a no ball. Because when you play no ball, you can do anything you want. You can dance and you can stay on your head. Just don't get run out. He loves the run out. He can't help it. You can't make this crap up.
Oh gosh, that was a classic. With his new name, Nick just changed his name legally. He's calling the England Ministry of I don't know who does the birth certificates out there, but they're like, his official name now is Noeen Ali, because it's like, no, don't run.
No, I mean, we're gonna find out from his parents. Actually, the original pronunciation of the name is an N, not an M. It is Noeen Ali.
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh. Noeen Ali. Oh man. Wow. Bro, he is the worst runner in the history of cricket. He's the worst runner in the history of cricket. Did you notice, by the way, that the great CSK captain, where my CSK hat? I need some winning. I need some winning back in my life. The great CSK captain. Here we go. MS Dhoni did not let Moeen Ali run. He's like, you hit a 6 or a 4. No one's a 2s here for you, Moeen Ali. No one's a 2s for you here. You hit a 6 or a 4. That's all. That was a conversation.
That was a great catch. Whoever that was on the run out, because that ball went kind of by a leg, and he just put his hand out there. He didn't really have his eyes on it. Had a few fingers on it. What was that? Butler could not play that. What was that ball? That had to be a no ball.
No.
What was that from McCoy? He's the real McCoy. Jesus Louise, what was that?
That is hilarious. Does Gabe have a dumpster next to him where he pulls his caps out of? Oh, easy there.
Yes.
Easy there. Han.
Yes.
Bro, me and Han gonna get into it.
Yes. That was that was, like I said, no ball. What I say, Gabe? No, Nick. No. That was a no ball because that looked weird. I told you. Good thing Moeen Ali's not up there, right? Good thing he's not up there.
You get a little bit of momentum, and then you do that. Come on, man. Is there going to be another run out?
It's only a single.
Nick, you
Moeen
do remember?
Ali's not up there. He's not up there. So you have
I
to worry about it.
was gonna say, you do remember though that you can't get run out on a single, and then you were
Moeen Ali doesn't know that.
See, you jumped the ship.
Donovan McNabb doesn't know about ties in the NFL, and Moeen Ali doesn't know about runouts with the no ball.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Oh man. Oh, that's hilarious.
A camel ball. I love it.
Sunny S says Hardik is good with a winner temperament. We need that. Purple Patel is nothing like him. Much better options is Hardik Patel. Listen, I get he's got the pedigree, but what I think, and this is where my Yankees struggle, Nick, as a baseball team. Some teams struggle to play on the fly, okay? And here's a perfect example. I think that we saw that in the IPL with Owen Morgan. He comes in with a preconceived plan, right? Whether it's him and McCullum together, and that's the plan, and we're sticking to it. Where you saw CSK on the other side, you know what I'm saying, with Dhoni said, okay, we've got to be able to adjust on the fly. And some teams struggle to do that. The game isn't always going to be the same, guys. And if you're walking in and not understanding that the pitch in the UAE this year is way different than it was last year, and that it's going to be a major impact on scoring, on wicket taking, then you don't belong as a coach or a selector in cricket. It's just like with the pink ball, right? Remember that pink ball match that India had with it was Australia or England? I can't remember. I think it was England. Bro, that pink ball did so many different things. If next time you're in there, if you don't expect a low scoring match and you're not putting guys in there that have a lot of movement in there, it's crazy. Yeah, I got to take this. Give me a second, Nick.
Yeah. No problem. Out of the power play. Hossein is in there for his 4th over. Jeez. 4th over in 7 overs total? That's insane. He's in there for his 4th over. You got Pollard wearing the helmet. Why is he wearing the helmet? Is he going to be at like silly point or some nonsense? He's definitely directing traffic. Pollard thinks he has a chance. You got to love that fight till the very end. Wow. So we're in the 7th over. I said they would chase it in the 9th. Right now, prediction's looking pretty good. Few boundaries and they can be done. Hossein's in there. Yeah, look at that. Look at Pollard right there. Jeez Louise. You know what? Livingstone doesn't like? He didn't like the, the fielder right there? Oh, that's hilarious. Get back in that strike. Looking for the first ball for Hossein. Pollard is right there. He's at silly point, right? Because it's not the leg side. So he's got to be at silly point. And here comes the ball. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that was a catch! Oh, did you see that catch? Oh, Hossein is insane! He is insane! Did you see that catch? Wow! Oh my gosh!
What is going, bro?
Wow!
What is going on with the bowling today? 4 wickets have fallen for England just after the power play. They're at 39. Guys,
what's the umpire saying? What's the umpire saying? What's the problem here?
No ball. It's got to be. That's the only thing that they could be calling.
That was an amazing catch.
That was a great catch.
They're going to review.
Wow.
They're going to review something.
It's max fixing for sure. Guys, it cannot be max fixing. Both teams on both sides would have to be in it. It's pitch fixing. I want to know who fixed these pitches. I want to know who curated these pitches. That guy's a criminal. That guy's a criminal, okay? Whoever curated all these UAE pitches is a criminal.
Oh, and they're doubting the catch being clean. They're saying maybe the ball was on the ground when he caught it. I thought it looked like a pretty good catch. Let's see the replay. But, Joy, I agree with you. Livingstone, I was singing his praises in the 100.
That's
he
clean.
Has not been even a shadow of himself since then. So I agree with you. Domestic is not the same. Man, that's an amazing catch.
That's a clean catch. He got his hand on it.
The ball has touched the ground. And remember that thing we saw with Jamison, right? Now, let me explain for you guys where me and Gabe are coming from. In football, if you have control of the ball, even if it touches the ground and it doesn't come loose, it's still a catch. I don't know if cricket's the same thing. I would assume if you have control of it, even if it touches, you're good. His fingers are still underneath it.
Yeah,
it does not move. It does not bobble. That should be clean, absolutely. But you had Livingstone right away complain to the umpire. The umpire did his own review for it. I wonder if Livingston had anything to do with him convincing him to do his own review and not use one of their reviews. But that's a clean catch. That's an amazing catch.
Wow.
So athletic from Hossein. That's one of the greatest catches I've ever seen because it's coming from the bowler who just finished his delivery. And he jumped like 10 meters for crying out loud.
It should be out, man. But we'll see what happens, man. Stranger things have happened. Why are they even reviewing it? It's out. Come on.
Renell is already saying they're going to say it's not out. I don't see how they can. I don't know the rules of cricket too well. I don't see how you can because I would assume you'd have to have irrefutable evidence, right, Gabe? Right. That's usually how it is.
Irrefutable. I mean, his fingers are under the ball for the love of Pete.
That's a catch. It should be out. The signal was out.
The soft signal was out. So
I have never seen an acrobatic play like that from a bowler. That was unbelievable. I'm already a big fan of this guy just because of that catch, because that is amazing. And I love how he just started running for it. Like we see in the NFL when they're going for the end zone when they make a great defensive play.
Nick, I don't even care what happens. I mean, obviously, I want my West Indies to win. But you know who I want to put himself in there? Owen Morgan. I want Owen Morgan to feel some pressure. You know he's not putting himself in right now. No. You know he's not putting himself in right now.
Have to.
Guarantee you Milan's going to be in there. And even after Milan, he may go ahead and throw somebody else in there. He may go with Chris Woakes because he has no heart, bro.
He'll put in Adil Rashid before he puts in himself. Wow, Hossein. And guess who's got him on his squad? I know you do too, but still, I want to brag. Woo!
Actually, I didn't get Hossein.
Bold, baby.
I didn't get Hossein. No, I thought I did. I didn't. But, guys, did you see the spin, though, on that ball? Honestly, that was such a good ball. Bowling is going to dominate. West Indies, please. If anyone here actually... West Indies, please. Next game, can we get some Hayden Walsh Jr. in there? Bring in the spinners. Bring in the spinners.
I don't know, and I'm being honest right now. I saw him a lot with the Royals. I love Hayden Walsh Jr. I love his fielding ability. He is a fielding hawk out there on the field, right? But I wasn't impressed with his bowling nor his batting, and I think that's the biggest thing. I don't know his long-term career,
Right.
But from what I saw the CPL, I don't know if that's enough reason to put him in this early. I mean, maybe because of the collapse that happened, but he's a little suspect as far as bowling and batting goes, but he's an amazing fielder.
But okay, then what about Roston Chase? Somebody,
Absolutely.
You need 2 spinners minimum. Give me 2 or 3, please.
Wasn't Roston Chase the MVP of the CPL?
Yes. I don't know why. Nick, I'm just so confused with this selection.
That one I'm on board with. I'm on board with that one for sure. But Walsh Jr. better be the first guy they think about when it comes to sub replacement for the field because he's amazing.
Morgan is in. Wow. Morgan put himself in. I was wrong.
Such an amazing catch.
Or
count for 2 wickets.
Jeez. Or maybe it's, you know what? I put myself in. It's no pressure because I know I got guys behind me, right? Maybe this was the best position for him to put himself in. You know what really pissed me off, Nick? I was reading an article where Morgan says if his form continues poorly, then he will consider dropping himself. You didn't think about that when you cost KKR a championship? Really? But now with England, I'll consider dropping myself here. But you didn't consider that when you had obviously a fit Russell ready to go? Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know why Milan's not in there, but to his credit, he put himself in there. He got himself a run. Big surprise. He got himself 1 run on his first ball. I mean, we've seen him go off for 30 or 40, but it's just few and far between. He put himself in there. I wonder, is Milan like just not feeling healthy today? Like, is he sick or something? Why would he not be in there? It's almost like they're just like, hey, we don't need you today. We want to rest you up for whatever reason. Maybe he's got a niggle going on right now. Maybe it was kind of a flu situation, allergies or something. It's really, really weird. It's not that Morgan is unfairly disrespected. We both admit that for some reason he's a really good captain. We don't understand.
He's a great captain.
But you've got to contribute, for crying out loud. You have got to contribute to your squad. And when you're the captain that does not bowl, it'd be like Virat Kohli coming in at 6 or 7 or never. Why are you the captain of India cricket if you can't contribute on either side? And from what we've seen, we got our IPL blinders on right now, okay? Right. We know that he won England an ODI World Cup. We get that. But from what we see with our IPL blinders, we don't see the tenacity. We don't see the ability from the batting side. And, of course, he's not going to bowl. Mentioning Virat Kohli real quick, Gabe, did you see that he went in there and bowled in one of those practice matches?
I did. I forgot Virat could bowl.
Hey, he can bowl it a little bit.
But you know why that is, right? And back to my point. And again, guys.
Because practice matches don't matter.
Nope. Harsha Bogle's even saying it. And again, I was watching. We actually do the research. I'm driving limos, working my second job, and I'm listening to Quick Buzz and stuff like that just to try to get more information and learn the game, see what's going on. You know why Virat Kohli is bowling in practice matches? Again, you practice the way you play because they're expecting they're going to need 1 or 2 overs from him because they know they cannot get a full spell out of Hardik. Then why is Hardik there? Okay, you're walking in basically knowing you have a deficiency on your team, and that's why I'm thinking to myself, then why is he even in there? If you're telling me that it's such a concern that Hardik can't give you a full spell, that Virat Kohli's got a ball, then why is Hardik in there? And I know 2016 he was great. 2016 he helped him win the game. It's 2021, people. Just saying.
I don't see Kohli bowling 1 ball this World Cup tournament. I'm telling you that much right now.
All right,
and when he doesn't, you can sit there and tell me how I was right about it's just practice. It's just practice, for crying out loud. They probably did it to save an arm in a practice match because it doesn't matter that much.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not going to say you can't benefit from it. Obviously, they do it for a reason, right? I'm just saying that if Virat Kohli is bowling it over, come on.
I'm just saying, and again, some of the stuff I spew off the cuff, you know what I'm saying? But this is not my own thought. This was a thought that came out of Harsha Bogle's mouth and the guys on Quick Buzz talking about how they may need Kohli to bowl an over to because of the concern that Hardik can't go through the whole thing.
I can see that being like a 1 to 5% chance. That kind of need. Like they may need it, right? Like a 1 to 5% chance. We got who's super chat here from Jihan. Thank you, Jihan. He says umpires have been making dodgy calls on those close catches for years. We saw it with the Jameson one. There you go. He mentions it next. The Jameson one should have been out. That was a catch. Joe Root claimed in the Ashes that clearly bounced and was given out. Wow.
And that's back to my hate of umpires. But it is what it is.
Amazing athletic ability. Thank you for this super chat. We really appreciate that. And you're absolutely correct.
Hardik will not bowl. I'll let you finish your thought.
I'm not sure if you're talking about the same Jameson one that we saw. I think it was the Bangladesh ODI New Zealand one. You might be talking about a different one in a different match. But if it's a different match and it's happened to him more than once, and I can't remember, Gabe, but I think they called it not out for Jameson, the one that we watched against Bangladesh, because the ball was on there. And if it moved, isn't the ball going to move a little bit when it touches the ground and you're still moving, but you have control of it?
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it too much because I haven't seen that in forever.
That was a dumb call. So I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but there's somebody put this up and, again, triggered. Hardik will not bowl. So you're telling me Hardik is going to be in there for his bat? Would you like me to let you know what Hardik just did in the IPL?
He's got a dangerous bat. All
right, I'm done. I cannot.
I agree with you that he's been disappointing. I'm not trying to troll you. I agree with you that he's been disappointing. The whole Mumbai team has been disappointing. You're going to base Kyron Pollard based off his IPL. His IPL was not that great. He had that one great performance against CSK, which I love that was against CSK, right? I understand what you're saying. And yes, India fans, think about from an India fan perspective. We have been so patient with Hardik Pandya for the last 2 or 3 years because of the back issue. I don't know if I would go as far as say he will not bowl. I think that might be a little too hasty unless there's something I don't know about that's gotten worse. But he has the ability.
That was almost a catch. Wow.
That was a tough one.
Paran. Was that Paran? Who dropped that?
No, that was Walsh.
It was Walsh, the guy I'm calling to get.
I don't know if that was a drop.
Bro, you got it. And right now, you need every catch. It was a great effort to get there.
I got to watch the replay because I saw an amazing effort myself.
It was a great effort, man, but it hit his hands.
Yeah, it hit his like the tips of his fingers.
It hit his hand. Yeah, it was. I'll give you this one. It was a super hard.
Definitely not a drop. It's his ability that makes it even that close, right? It's his ability and his prowess to make it even that close. And I forgot what I was. Hardik Pandya has the ability to get you boundaries, 4s and 6s, and he's perfect for like a 5, 6, or 7 role because if you need those much-needed boundaries, he's not going to open for you. Then you put him in there. But I see what you're saying. His form has not been that great, and I don't know if he has re-injured himself because he was a big disappointment in this IPL. But the entire the Mumbai team was so. I think that kind of overshadowed what kind of a bad season he had. Look, even Hayden Walsh is saying I was that close. He believes I think he could have had a better chance at that, but he gave an amazing.
Oh, is that a wicket? Come on, put up the finger. You got a challenge.
Not interested at all.
You got a challenge.
You got 2 of them. Jeez, they got 2 of them.
You might as well challenge now. It's 50. You might as well challenge.
He said, "No, nope, I'm not going to challenge that." No. Pollard with the clean cut. He's like, "No, get that stuff out of here."
All right. I mean, it was worth. You're defending 6 runs. That would have been a big wicket there. You should have challenged.
I agree. You can't take him with you to the next game. Hardik versus that England warm-up match looked atrocious. There you go. Other than 1 6er, his other 10 shots were a hit or miss, and that's what we've seen. Haven't we seen that in the entire IPL? Yeah. Right? If he lasts 10 balls, he's got a low strike rate, but he could get you a few boundaries.
Abolish, maybe it's unfair criticism, and maybe that's my coaching style. But I'll tell you this: if India struggles at all, and they may not need him because the top order is so strong, but he is your closer at 6, and you get the trash that you got on him on these very grounds, then everybody's going to come out and say, well, maybe he's not fit. To Nick's point, he hasn't been the same guy since that back injury, right? When is it time to say, wait, maybe our original... Oh, come on. Don't misfield that.
That was bad. Okay, Hayden Walsh saves you.
I mean, it should have gone for a single or a dot.
Hayden Walsh. Whoever's out there saves you.
But I get it, man. I guess loyalty. Maybe they get the kind of loyalty for heartache that I've got for the universe boss, right? Let him play until the wheels fall off. I've just never looked as Hardik as that kind of player. And looking at how deep India is, there's so many other guys that I would have thought, especially if Hardik isn't bowling, that you could put in there. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what happens.
I didn't even realize the scores crept up. You got Pollard bowling, 52 for 4 loss.
Boom. Bye. Done.
And that is a boundary.
Yep. Done.
Well done, England. You have done what we all knew you were going to do. Gabe, who did I choose yesterday? Who did I choose yesterday as my prediction?
You did choose England.
1-0, baby. 1-0. Absolutely love it.
1-1 because you also chose South Africa and I chose Australia.
We don't count that match, Gabe.
Oh, okay.
We don't count that match.
My apologies.
You're right. I totally forgot about that. You're right. 1-1. All right. 1-1. We're even right there. Tough day for you, Gabe. You had both your teams going today. You get the one win. You get your main love with that loss. I'm going to have a day tomorrow with India. Absolutely love that. I had a good day today so far. Both my teams are going to win this weekend. I'm already calling it right now. And it's all about the run rate, baby. In this case, the net run rate. We'll see how that ends up. 2 points for England. And that's big because looking from England's perspective, West Indies is one of their biggest foes, right? One of the biggest teams you would assume right here. And we're gonna see what happens. I want to get to the Hardik Pandya real quick because we didn't really get a chance to put that to bed. Someone mentioned that he was man of the match in the T20 series against Australia. I had forgotten about that, but I had remembered that he was in good form. But doesn't that play to what we're saying? Is that in December he was in much better form, still healing, still didn't bowl, I don't remember, but he was in good form. And now here it is 10 months later. And IPL, the most recent thing, I get it, it's not the end all be all, but he looks much worse. Isn't that kind of what we're saying with our point? Is that his form right now, he was great 10 months ago. Now maybe there's something with these cricket players, Gabe, where if it's IPL, they just turn it up to another level. When it's international, but when it's IPL, they're just like, hey, I'm just here to get a check. I don't know. I don't think they do it that way. I think they want to play the best they can at all times. I could be very wrong with that. But I think that plays to our point. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I am a fan of Team India. I'm hoping Hardik Pandya loses his mind. But I'm just not 100% confident.
I mean, me personally, again, I just think that when you look at India, and this happened last year, and people were crushing us because we were like, how is Pant not on the international team? Remember after the IPL? And people literally told us, this is the IPL. This is T20. Nick, and again, Nick never said he was going to be the next MS Dhoni. He said he's going to replace MS Dhoni because it was a foregone conclusion. He's a wicket keeper. This guy scores centuries. This guy could rake. Now look at the love Pant is getting. All right, guys. All we're saying is I think some people underplay the quality of competition in the IPL. And to me, again, IPL teams will beat international teams. That's not tongue in cheek. That's real. I will take IPL teams against a lot of these middling international teams. So with that being said, if in the most recent performance we see guys struggling and we see guys hurt and we see guys, then why are you still sticking with them? Look at what's in front of your eyes. But I think that that's just also a cricket mentality because even the cricketers don't pay attention to, and I'm talking to cricket boards, don't pay attention to what people do in the IPL. And I think that's a mistake. To be honest, I think that especially since it's on the same grounds, they should have absolutely used the IPL to gauge what was going to happen in this UAE. And let me ask you a question. Has the same thing not come to fruition? Has it not been the same low-scoring pitches, terrible pitches, spinning tracks? Come on.
I hear you, my friend. I hear you. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Green Bud, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? We appreciate everyone joining us. I know this was rough for Gabe. I'm not going to lie. If I was in his shoes, I'd be crying right now in the corner. This was a rough game for him. It got to the point where he had to bust out the CSK to have fond memories of times that were past about great win and whatnot. But, I mean, this was a lot of fun. I did not expect England to dominate like that. I mean, look at that score. Weren't we making fun of Sri Lanka and what was the squad? That got beat down the other day, 50, whatever. This was that kind of match.
Not New Zealand. It was Netherlands. Netherlands got beat down.
Netherlands, thank you. NED. They got destroyed. This was I don't think anyone saw this coming. You gotta like the fight that the bowlers had on the West Indies side in the beginning of that, because England was taking their time and they still managed to lose 4 wickets, for crying out loud. You gotta like that. We're looking at the points table. You got England, Australia, West Indies with a really bad net run rate. Oh my! Look at that England net run rate plus almost 4. That's gonna be tough for anyone to catch. So they may have already, with this one match.
Yeah.
Unless we see more of the same, they may have already broken every single tiebreaker that's out there. And, I mean, you're right. It's a tough group, right? Because West Indies still's got to play Australia. Who are you most worried about with the games that the West Indies has left? Maybe you're not ready to talk about that yet. I didn't really get your final thoughts on this match. But I'm just curious, where are you going right now with your mind space?
My mind space is the West Indies are in trouble. I want to see some changes. Okay, I think that the toughest game for the West Indies is probably going to be Australia, looking at what Australia did today. Looking at the fact that they've got some really good spinners. Again, they got probably the second best player at the end of the IPL, or maybe the first, Glenn Maxwell. Glenn Maxwell continued his form from the IPL right here. And that's why I'm saying IPL, because a lot of these guys did play in the IPL, guys. Look at what Glenn Maxwell did today. He was the second highest scorer, I think, for his team. Took wickets as well. So I think that that's going to be the toughest game. But even after that, bro, look at this bracket. It's a nightmare, man. So I mean, I'm super concerned about the West Indies, and if I'm not saying that, then I'm just lying. I just am. I think they'll beat South Africa. You know, hopefully that's their next match. That'll put them at 1-1. But then again, they got Bangladesh. That was my dark horse, bro. After Bangladesh, they still got to go. And let me see. Their last game, I want to say, then they got Sri Lanka. And then after Sri Lanka, bro, they get on November 6th, they get Australia. So that's the last game of their group stage. So, oh my gosh. Nick, I hate you. I hate you so much. You know who India has in the last game of their group stage? Don't say a word. You want to talk about disparity? Australia. That's who West Indies gets in the last game of their group stage. Australia, okay. India gets Namibia. Really?
Hey, listen, I'm not going to say your group is not difficult, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but let's be honest for a second. Let's talk about teams that you're really worried, because your team, West Indies, was one of the favorites coming in. Probably not anymore from people's minds. They can still turn around. They're not done. But West Indies was one of the favorites. So they're now in that position. It's like in any kind of sport where you're one of the top teams. You're not worried about teams that can win. You're about those other top teams that you have to worry about, right? They've already played England. They lost it. It is what it is. The biggest team they have to worry about right now is Australia. And I want to put Sri Lanka and South Africa tied for like that next tier, but not a team that you're super like, oh, this is going to be an instant loss. Those are winnable matches. Australia is your biggest one, and to your credit, Australia is kind of in shambles. They won today, but it wasn't an amazing, convincing fashion. And that's what I'm talking about. I get it. Scotland, Namibia, no one's giving any chances to. I get it, but they still are cricket. Are they below Bangladesh and Sri Lanka? Sure, I will give you that. But Pakistan, they have the bowling, and we just saw what happened in the UAE with the bowling. Pakistan's got the bowling. No, New Zealand's always tough in any format they're in, and Afghanistan's people's dark horse. Now, if I'm going to be honest, as India being that top team seeded-wise, I would be nervous about New Zealand the most. And then the next tier would be Pakistan, Afghanistan. So I do think that your group is more challenging, but I don't think it's like I feel like the way you talk, it's like theirs is 80% harder and India's is 20%. I don't think it's a cakewalk that you think it is. Just because Scotland and Namibia, no one knows about, but they can make some noise. Now, if they go in the super stage 0-5, then I'll shut my mouth. But I think that they're going to, they won't be 0-5 because they're going to play each other. But 1-4, then I'll be quiet. But I just don't think it's a cakewalk for India, and that's what makes me the most nervous as an India fan. They seem to lose those games they should win. It's just like the old adage in the Test series. They always lose the first match, right, when they had the longest time to prep for it.
Right.
So it makes me nervous, but I'm not sitting here sweating, right? And the only silver lining is you got your toughest match out of the way. And the biggest silver line for India is they don't have to play England unless they get to the knockout stage.
Right. And I mean, I'm just looking at it from terms of, all right, England is rated like the #1 white ball team in the world, right? Owen Morgan, you've seen what they just went. So we get that. Then Australia rivals with the West Indies. We see how Australia has performed in the past. And again, looking at the rest of the bracket, that was my concern. I will say if I was India, I'd be more worried. What I was thinking is Pakistan has never beat India in a championship. And that tradition sometimes is there. Until you actually get it done, it's like a mental block. You know what I mean? Like with Yankees and Red Sox for so long. So I don't think that. I think honestly, the Netherlands is not the Netherlands. New Zealand is probably the biggest threat to India because they just beat them in tests. And I know, guys, it's tests, but guess what? It's still a lot of the same players. So that stays in your mind. With that being said, I just don't give Afghanistan the credit they should get. And they did just beat the West Indies by 58 runs. So maybe I should give Afghanistan more credit. To your point, a lot of people are picking them as their dark horse. They like them. But for me, I still, again, South Africa, we saw Markham today go off. We saw them. I think that 120, we got to start changing our mind and saying that's going to be par for the course. I think 130 is going to be huge, 140, but 120 is doable. 10 more runs probably gets the win for South Africa. To 20 to Sub's point earlier.
Let me just cut in real quick because I want to make something very clear. And I honestly feel bad if I disrespected you, Sub. I honestly do. We have a lot of fun on this channel, this and that. But you are someone that's always been a loyal supporter of our channel. I'm not just talking about super chats. I see you had a super chat there like you always do. But you're always there. If I disrespected you, I apologize. I am not trying to say South Africa is a weak team. Never. I don't think I even used those words. What I was talking about with England being a top-tier team that West Indies had to play, I would put South Africa with Australia in that next tier of difficulty in that group stage. If I disrespected you and South Africa fans, I honestly, humbly apologize because I was not trying to do that whatsoever. I will correct myself if I called them a weak team. I don't think they're a weak team. And like I've mentioned many times just in this stream, I don't know the squad that well. I really don't. So maybe that is where I'm lacking. If they go on 4-1 or 3-2, they make it to the knockout stage. Then now I know the team because now I'm watching the matches. And I didn't see most of the match today. But honestly, I did not try to disrespect you. I'm not trying to talk trash at all. I just don't know the team that well. And it's not a team that I look at just from the little that I do know that I'm super worried about. But I don't know most of the guys, to your credit. So please don't get offended. I was not trying to do that. We got a super chat from him saying, Gabe is right. Group A is a group of death. Go research it. Again, I had also said that they're a more difficult group. I just don't think it's 80-20, right? I think it's more like 60-40, right?
Right. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's always going to be 60-40 or 60-40, whatever you want to say. Even if it was 59-51, it's basically which bracket is harder. Like with the World Cup, right? Every other bracket in the World Cup for soccer is tough. But just when you get put in there with those other teams that are just some of the savages that have won them before that are really, really good, it just automatically just makes it more difficult. But am I saying that Pakistan is trash? No. Pakistan, to me, after watching these pitches today and knowing their bowling, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous, and people should really worry about them, as well as Afghanistan. I think Rashid Khan could arguably be the highest wicket taker in the entire tournament, just depending how many games Afghanistan gets in. Bro, these pitches are terrible. And again, nobody has answered my question. They're saying he's kidding, Nick. Nobody has answered my question. Has anybody ever seen this kind of thing where a pitch completely changes overnight? Every single track. This is not the UAE of last year. What happened? Nobody has answered that for me yet. Like, how did it change? Last year, we watched the UAE because that's the IPL. It was in the UAE.
It honestly seems like something, and I'm not going to be suit conspiracy, but it honestly does seem like something was done. It was. I'm not going to blame UAE or anything, but it seems like someone was like, we were getting trashed for the pitches that were allowing all these run scoring in the last season of the IPL. It seems like something was intentionally done to slow it down. Here comes Sub. All right. he was joking. I thought, not that he was like, being a baby about it. Not at all. But I thought, like, I honestly offended him. I was joking, Nick. Not so serious, my dude. LO, we have fun here. Not taking things too seriously. My bad. No, I took it too seriously because that's how much I respect you and I appreciate how much you support our channel. But it's all good. But yeah, it seems like something's been done with these pitches. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys, because I could be super wrong on this. Maybe Gabe can correct me. I thought the more worn out the pitch gets, the more runs that are scored. Is that correct? Or is it less runs that are scored, the more worn out it gets?
If it's the more the pitch is used, then the pitch gets when the pitch gets overused, right? That we saw this happen in the CPL, right? They only had 3 venues over there, 3 pitches. By the end, remember, those scores were super low. So the more the pitch is used, the less runs get scored. But it's been like this since day one at the UAE, guys, because the very first game of the IPL, when they got to the UAE, the tracks were slower. And we were like, what is going on? Is this the same UAE? Sharjah was a nightmare. And I said, if this is happening in the IPL now, what do you think is going to happen in the UAE? In the UAE for the World Series Championship?
You've been calling it since the very beginning.
And it's
I know you don't think I can give you credit. I give you credit all the time. But you've been calling since the very beginning. Goraz says, what's up, Goraz? Appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But you're right, Nick. SA is a weak side in this World Cup.
Stop it.
I'm not going to go that far.
Stop it, Goraz.
You're trying to lay a snare for me right there. I'm not going to go that far.
I wouldn't be
Appreciate
surprised.
The super chat.
Again, West Indies should win. West Indies should win, but I wouldn't be surprised. If with South Africa's bowling, Markham, we saw his bat today. Didn't Markham look like the best bat, period? Name in all the games today, look at Markham's performance. With Markham and a couple of the other guys they got, bro, it could be ugly for West Indies. And as a West Indies fan, I'd be lying if I told you I was confident after today. I am not. Now, maybe that's just overreaction, but I am not.
Furzy, I'm not going to say you're not 100% wrong there. Krishna, tell me this is not true. Tell me you are trolling like others are trolling. Breaking news, IPL teams are reportedly launching fan tokens, which will give followers a bigger say in club decisions.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Bro, we're going to crack open the CSK.
No. Your team just won it. You shut your mouth when it comes to decisions, my friend.
I don't care. Listen, I'm going to crack open the CFA coffers. As a matter of fact, I may dip into the retirement and Savannah not know it. Hope she's not watching right now. Like, hey, did you just I'll be dropping CSK super chats. Like, I think maybe you should.
I could honestly see that happening in a league. I can see that happening in a league that is about to fall apart, that is going bankrupt and needs money fast. I don't see the IPL doing that. But could you imagine?
Guys, honestly, we know it's a joke, but think about, bro, if there were any team, forget about the IPL, but any team you follow, maybe the IPL, all right, you love them to death. But for the Knicks, if I could make a decision on who they drafted, Nick, I am seriously going into the account. And maybe, bro, I'm dropping serious draft. Bro, I'm cashing out 401k. I'm throwing 10. Easy.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
In the chat, if you could pay like 10 grand to get your team to draft somebody you wanted or get somebody in the auction you wanted, would you do it? I think I would. I'd be fighting with the wife about it. She wouldn't know about it. And when she found out, she'd be pissed. But I'd do it.
I wouldn't allow you. I wouldn't allow you to do it.
Bro!
That's ridiculous.
Knowing that that's your pick? Knowing that you helped them get there? Oh, yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat.
And then what happens if your pick was garbage? What happens if your pick is garbage? You wasted $10,000 on that pick.
Hopefully the wife doesn't know that I spent the 10 grand on the pick.
Savannah, take his name off every account you have.
Close the accounts right now.
You are crazy.
Oh, man. Bro, I'm telling you. Nick, Manchester United interested in buying the new IPL team. Man, they should with all the money they got.
Wow.
Look. The Tish says, of course he would. Of course. Listen, there'd be people that do it in a heartbeat, bro. In a heartbeat.
I would not let you do it. I would not let you do it.
Guys, I don't know if this is a problem in other countries, but it's a problem here in America. So since college athletes until this year had not gotten paid, boosters that literally, all they get is that they're fans of that team and they've got a lot of money because they live in the area. Literally bribe these kids to come to these schools, and these college kids buy them cars, houses, all kinds of stuff. They convince them by breaking the bank, all right, and bringing the bag. I'm telling you, if you let fans like money dictate what teams do, could you imagine that? Oh my gosh, it would be bedlam, bro. It'd be bedlam. It would absolutely be bedlam. I don't think CSK ever loses another game if that could happen. If you could just buy everybody, listen.
Look at Renell. I'm excited to see the one-sided match tomorrow. Wow. Woo! It's gonna be out of control. We are so excited for tomorrow. I'm breaking my own rule, which I honestly wouldn't break for anything else besides India, Pakistan.
I was shocked.
Honestly, I'm breaking the rule. I even have a meeting in the morning before church starts, and I had to say, listen, and I was completely honest about it. You know how I'm going to be honest. I got a big match I got to watch. I'm going to be a little late. 100%. I cannot wait. It's going to be insane. I got to make sure I put like the sensitivity meter like way low because it's going to get frosty up in that. There might be like sections of the game where we got to ignore the chat, but we hope all of you guys are going to join us for it because it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Wow, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a chance to our 3 wickets. I'm sure Gabe wants to. He's got to work tonight. We'll see what's going on. But this was an amazing match. We were able to get off a little early, too, which was kind of nice. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please don't forget to check out other videos. We did our whole World Cup preview last night. We recorded it. Go ahead and check out what our thoughts are going on before these matches started. But you got Australia. You got England on the winning side. Top of the points table so far early on. It was a great match for me. It was a great stream.
So, guys, I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. You guys know me. I'm going to be here rocking with the squad, all right? And hopefully they'll turn things around. I'm still going to keep the faith. Listen, I'm a Knicks fan. I remember people last year in the IPL when CSK finished like 7th, right, Nick? And everybody was like, I guess he's dropping him down. Not everybody, but people were like trolling me. I was like, you see these colors? That means I've suffered in life, baby. I'm a Knicks fan, which means we never fold. So I'm going to still be there rocking with my West Indies, and hopefully they come through. I will say this. I like the fact that England lost those 4 wickets so quickly. And to Han's point, had the score been 100, this game gets really interesting, guys. If the West Indies had at least put up 100, the game gets real interesting, which tells me that anybody can win these matches. And honestly, it's going to be an interesting World Cup. But as far as our Twitter handles, it's at Boring Reviews. I'm going to go ahead and put it right now. I know there's some new people in the stream. I probably should have done it earlier. But at Boring_Reviews, at Boring_Reviews. And I'll be tweeting out about this match. I already told you guys I'm stealing that. I forgot who was it. NWA had that awesome tweet. The West Indies. The West Indies is playing Squid Games, bro. Because it was brutal. It was brutal, man. But Renell, the Doctor, Sup, Han, all the regulars, all the new people, Harsh, man, Thunder Hayes. Guys, we know we love you all. Arab. So much fun with you guys today. Krishna, you guys already know I lost my mind. But what else were you expecting? And expecting an even bigger rant if the West Indies doesn't make it through. I may actually go and tweet them, and you guys are going to have to retweet it when I let them have it. Because I'm going to just accuse them of all kind of nepotisms and corruption and all kinds of stuff. I may get kicked off of Twitter again, Nick, just letting you know. In advance, I may get blocked. I don't think I can get blocked if I don't use profanity. If I accuse them of unethical practices, can that get me kicked off Twitter? What do you think? I'm going to ask you before I do it.
Absolutely.
That can get me kicked off Twitter?
Absolutely.
What? Come on.
Because it's the way you're gonna word it. I know it. Were you guys watching the matches? We were watching ESPN Plus, and everyone's saying to come on 30 minutes early tomorrow. Will do. I'll come in as close as I can to 30 minutes early. You'll get even more tired looking, Nick, but that's okay. We're gonna jump on. We're gonna be excited for all the festivities. And
I'm sorry.
She's losing her mind. He's losing his mind.
Oh man.
Yeah, you will get kicked out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for checking out with us. And with all that being said, until next time.
That's 6 runs.